What is up, beautiful people? It's Wolf Brother Mythos, and this is Wolf Brother Hobbies, and I'm here with two amazing guests. Please get up for Brother Rob from the Miniatures Paintbrush, and of course, we've got Hellworks by Hellchild right here. Uh, you will not
Hello,
be able
friends.
you will not be able to see his beautiful face. So what I might actually do is stretch out. You know, I'm going to go breaking the screen again is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, it's always fun.
If you don't break the stream at least once a night, it's not a video.
That's right. That's right. And we've already had one technical difficulty tonight. I might as well have another.
That was me, folks. That was me. I didn't know. My audio was set to my microphone for some reason. Go figure. Once I heard that Child and you guys were talking and you could hear each other, I said, this has to be me.
Okay, there we go. Go for the extra large pictures
nice.
tonight.
Oh. I'm setting up the TMP studios. Should be getting better and better every time. I am talking to my wife, and trying to convince her that a nice TMP sign, possibly neon, I don't know, possibly golden with leaf with a glow behind it, would look excellent back here somewhere.
I bet it
But
would.
I do have a lot of pictures framed. That's gonna go on the wall behind me, and of course,
Very nice.
that's the chain sword.
The chainsword. Hey Rob, I think I remember seeing that there's a tutorial out there online somewhere on a chainsword just like that. Do you know what channel I
Oh,
can find that on?
and the miniatures paintbrush, of course. I do every time I do a project that I'm excited about, I kind of like throw it up there. It's been what I usually do for the summer, however, is delay videos. So this way I can have a whole bunch of content come September when I'm knee deep in getting my classroom set up and all that other stuff and setting precedency, I don't know, within my classroom. So and I don't have any time to hobby and or create back then. But this is the summer, so I'm like trying to churn out as much as possible.
Hey, that's the time to get in creative mode.
That's right. That's right.
Uh,
Yeah, I
who-
painted this entire room. So
oh wow,
yeah,
it looks fresh. It looks crisp and clean,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm
I
excited to
was
see
trying.
how that develops. You know what? One of these videos, I should pull out my chainsword. You know,
Heck yeah.
it's in my bedroom, and then we can both have our chainswords on the show.
That's right. We're whipping out chainsaws.
And then Thomas will have to get a chainsword.
That's it. I can print one out for him. They're heavy as all get out, though.
Mine is foam and PVC, so mine is nice and light.
I'm, I need to learn how to use that. I do have a professional foam cutter, so I like the toys. uh, what you drinking there?
Oh, it is nice hot coffee. This is currently mine and my wife's favorite blend called Nisa from Columbia Coffees, and it's in a Warriors of Mandalore cup. My brother Darklight in the chat right there got me a long time ago, and yeah, those of you,
Man, the myth, the legend.
many people know that I am a big fan of the Mandalorian. It's like even though I love lightsabers and lightsaber combat, somehow the Mandalorian ended up being my favorite piece of Star Wars video media. So, yeah, I really love this coffee cup he got me. And Darklight says he'll have to get a chainsword too. What are we talking
Yes.
about?
Let's go, Dark Light.
What are we talking about? I don't
I'm
know,
a
but chainswords
Viking.
are
I
cool.
want a chain axe.
Yes, yes. I got some chain axes just to give my wolves in White Scar some cool looking weapons once in a while. And I usually just proxy them as chain swords, but yeah, I totally get that. You definitely need to get one of those chain axes, man. You need to
Oh
get
yeah.
you a cosplay alternative.
Yeah. Just not ultramarine helmets. You can't buy them anymore, except from GW. They put out a cease and desist order on everything else for cosplay.
Oh, speaking of which, um, Darklight brought up I even became Mandalore at one point in the Knights of the Old Republic tabletop role playing game we did way back when. That was a good time. So he had to get me the mug. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Also,
What's up?
good night, brother Steve. I'm sorry we missed you while we were sorting out our audio. But I hope you have a wonderful night and a great weekend. And also, brother Richard Smith, I hope you also have a good night and amazing weekend. Big loves to you too,
Hey,
brother.
Richard, thank you for coming out, supporting us.
Brother Garrett, my friend, the Grey Knights slash not Raven Wing. Oh my gosh, the Ravens, the 40K chapter. They're the
Ravenloft. I'm kidding. I'm not helping.
Raven Guard. Oh my gosh, how did I blank on
Raven
that?
Guard.
Just
Yeah.
thank you,
The Guard
Garrett.
of Raven.
My anyways, brother Garrett, my Grey Knight slash Raven Guard fan. Some brand
Nice.
new lore came out this week for the Grey Knights,
Yes.
and a lot of people are talking about it. And I want you. I want to hear what your thoughts are whenever you hear about it. I don't know enough to be able to really talk about it. There is a protocol. I want to say it's the Terminus protocol. That's been a great night secret for many, many, many years, and they finally unleashed what that was. So a lot of people are upset that they ruined the mystery. Um, the Terminus Decree, that's what it is. Uh,
Eesh.
and a lot of people are upset that they ruined the mystery. A lot of people felt like it was one of those things that you're never supposed to actually know. Kind of like you're never supposed to know who's underneath Pyramid Head's helmet, you know? It's supposed to be one of those mysteries that are cooler because you don't know. And so a lot of people are upset. The community seems about 50-50 divided on that. And I'm really excited to know what your thoughts on it are.
Well, Pyramid Head is Alfarius. That's all I have to say.
Goddamn Alfarius.
Oh my god.
As long as they don't say the 2nd and 11th Legion's Primarch, I could give a care.
It's also
Yes,
just
he
seems
is.
silly from what the codex says. Okay, so you are aware of it. So basically, the emperor, you know, is always has like, you know, he always seems to know what's going on when other people don't, and he always seems to have a sense of the future. And so basically, he said, whoever sits on the golden throne, which originally was supposed to be Magnus, but he said even if it's himself, is never supposed to get off of the golden throne, and they must
Right.
continue to do their duty till the end of time. Uh, and then he's left a future message to himself and the Grey Knights that says, even if it's me, even if by some miracle I come back to life, or if I'm reborn in some manner, I need the Grey Knights to do everything in their power to put me back on the Golden Throne, even if I don't want to go. I don't care if you have to stop me. I don't care if you have to fight your way through other Space Marines or my Custodes. But I want you to put me back on the throne and get me to stop resisting. Which in law enforcement terms is called compliance strikes. Stop resisting, stop resisting. Um,
It
so,
moved.
yeah. Which somebody pointed out, you know, a Space Marine chapter has 1,000 Marines, and the Custodes are known as the 10,000 plus their alliance with the Sisters of Silence. And a lot of people are throwing around means like, "What the hell do you want me to do?"
See, now I didn't know that Sisters of Silence go in with the Grey Knights as well as the Custodes.
Yes, that's why they're both golden armored warriors. The Sisters of Silence and the Custodes together are called the Talons of the Emperor.
Right, right.
So yeah, they
But the
often
Sisters of Silence wear black.
go. The Sisters of Silence wear black fatigues but gold armor.
Gold armor. Yeah, they're with the Custodes usually. Actually, the Talons of the Emperor was a box set. I remember way back when,
Mm-hmm.
about 10 years ago.
Yeah, I was talking about the lore. Garrett says, "Yes, sir." It boils down to get back in your chair, old man.
Yes, but here's a hot take. It's actually, nobody saw Malkador the Chazalite disintegrate. It's actually Malkador on the throne.
That would be.
He just casted illusions, so this way you would think it's the Emperor. The Emperor's out there somewhere. He's alive.
You know, that would be something like the Emperor would do. Just the grand illusion on us all.
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
just doing hot takes.
Pyramid Head 40K mini win. Oh, that would be so cool to see Pyramid Head as like an agent of chaos in the 40K world.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Have we got any
Part-
Silent
part of
Hill
the Black
fans in the house that are also fans
Right here.
of Pyramid Head?
Kind of like the nurses.
Oh yeah,
Sick
oh yeah.
way.
What you drinking there tonight, brother?
I have lemonade.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, is it made by Mike and it's a little hard?
Yeah, something like that.
Darklight says, sitting in a chair until the end of time, even having to fulfill your duty even after death, sounds like my job tonight. Oh man, I'm sure that's relatable for a lot of people. thank you all for coming on the show tonight with me, brothers, and thank you all for everyone who's tuning in because I have had a week and I needed some hangout time tonight.
Today felt like Saturday. I called in the sick to work this morning.
Very nice, little off time. The Grey Knights would be the chapter to beat the Custodes since they're all psychers. Then you take into account that they're 1/10 the size and would have to fight the Sisters too. It just seems silly. Exactly, especially since the Sisters' forte is shutting down psychers. So it's just like we're going against the chapter that not only outnumbers us 10-1, but also has the exact tools that they need to counter us.
It's called wolves. Wolves and Custodes, like the old 30K.
Oh, yeah. Darklight says, hey, sometimes you just got to take those self-care days.
It's true.
Was it a rest day for you, Hellchild, or did you have to do something else? Was it an errand?
I went to ER first thing this morning.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess in a way that's self-care, getting yourself taken care of, but that's not usually the good kind of self-care. That's the necessary kind of self-care.
By the way, grab up an axe and smash that like button if you haven't done so.
Smash that like button.
Smash. So why are you in the hospital for? Sorry.
Yeah, are you still in the hospital? You're not doing the show from the hospital.
No, I'm home. Okay. I'm home.
Well, I won't make you, I won't ask you to talk about your business too much, but I'm glad that you're okay enough to be back home.
And you're 6 feet taller for some reason.
I mean, the dude is a giant, so.
Yeah.
There's a picture I have of me at his wedding, and I look I look like a halfling standing next to him.
Oh, how tall are you, Hellchild? I'm 6'3".
6 foot.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my gosh, I'm surrounded by giants.
Yeah, you have excellent bodyguards. Not that you need them. You're Wolverine.
Oh man. So I did some traveling this week. I have absolutely not zero. I have a non-zero hobby progress. Since last week on the show, I finished building my head takers. And
Nice.
So after the head takers, I built up my 3 hunting wolves.
Yes. The pack.
A very small pack, but a pack nonetheless. And then I built up my wolf priest.
Ooh, nice.
And then I built up my battle leader. I left the shield off because painting behind shields can be a pain.
Yeah.
And then I built up my Herald Ice Pelt from the old box set. I did a hand swap for a Thunder Wolf, and I chose one of the Wolf and Thunder Wolves because I just think they look cool. But yeah, I switched out for a Thunder Hammer, and then I used, instead of shield on this one, because I thought, honestly, this was just a modeling choice, not a gamer choice. But I'm like, between the cloak and the pelts he's got going on and this kind of dynamic movement, I felt like a shield would just be too much there. Too crowded. So I went with the plasma pistol from the Grey Hunter kit.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So finally, after all these years, I finally have a place for Herald Ice Pelt. So second battle. And then, of course, Lily did order me the combat patrol, so I'm going to have a 3rd battle leader, which is cool.
Ooh.
I think that one, I'm actually going to go with the He-Man shield and sword pose, because even though the Thunder Hammers are more efficient, I think having 2 Thunder Hammer battle leaders will be cool, or, will be sufficient. I think having just a cool loadout on the 3rd one, it's going to be great. It just is a great looking pose.
You always go for the rule of cool.
I like
that's
doing
awesome.
That.
So is that your hobby update this week?
That is my entire hobby update. I built a couple characters, even did a little kit bashing. and did the wolves. Oh, one minor update. So many of you have heard that GW is currently overstocked on Saturnine box sets from the 30K.
Sorry.
And that's really good news because you know who else is overstocked on the Saturnine box sets?
Who's that?
All of the scalpers.
Nice.
And that means eBay is loaded with 30K Saturnine kits that are way cheaper than they normally are. And it is a good time to raid eBay if you are an eBayer. And so I snagged myself a couple of those Saturnine Terminators because
Nice.
they look cool and I wanted to use them for something, and they are a bigger scale than Terminators. And I
Nice.
found out that they actually have sculpted onto their shoulders a smaller shoulder pad if
Cool.
you want to leave off the big, massive
Mm.
Saturnine shoulder pads.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And one of the loadouts you can put on these Saturnine Terminators is you can have one big double-barreled weapon on one arm and a power fist on the other. Hey, Jingle. And well, if you take Centurions, you can take two las cannons, and
Ooh.
your assault weapon is called Centurion fists.
Nice.
Now, granted, that's usually the fist that's on top of the underslung las cannon, but the other hand is a power fist, and they can also take rockets that are usually built into the chest of the Centurion. And basically, what I plan on doing is I have these. Some of you know the aggressor frag storms that sit on top of their backpack. Well, I've discovered that that fits on top of those new Saturnine power fists pretty well because they're slightly curved for the backpack and they're slightly curved for the power fist. And so what I'm going to do is Iron Man style have like gauntlet mounted rockets for
Nice.
the Centurion missiles, and have one hand with the double las cannon and have one fist, and basically it's WYSIWYG. So
Yeah.
I get to use
Yeah.
these cool 30K Terminators as my
Mhm.
Centurions, and I'm going to add those to my Wolf project. So a
That's
little,
really nice.
a little bit of kit bashing and tinkering. Not a big kit bash. It's really just like a part swap of 2 or 3 pieces, but I get to use these cool 30K Terminators for something 40K.
Mythos, I'm so proud.
Uh,
That is awesome. Awesome.
I think you'll also be proud when you see that for the third week in a row. My YouTube channel of the week is also a Kit Bash channel.
Very cool.
What about you?
Very, very cool.
What about you, brother Rob? What's your hobby progress for the week?
Well, one thing I wanted to share is for the Wolf Guard, um, not the Terminators. Let me thinking. You just had them. The
The head takers?
Going to Wolf Head Takers. Thank you. The Head Takers. One of the options where people were going on the community of going back and forth, whether they should have dual weapons or having the weapon and shield. And a lot of people opted to actually have the dual weapon loadout and the shield on the backpack. So this way, hey, either way, it's WYSIWYG. I just don't have this, or I just don't have that. So that's like an easy way to kind of WYSIWYG your models, having everything included. And it does look pretty cool in the backpacks. But since I have 3 units of 3, I don't know if I'm going to do. I might do that because I have one with all just the weapons because I don't like painting the same thing over and over again, whether it's efficient or not. I mean,
That
they're really cool.
that's a really cool idea that I'm probably going to steal.
Yeah, man,
I mean,
do
I
it,
will
do it.
probably keep them
Hot
like
take.
with the weapon and weapon loadout, but
Yeah,
it just seems like a
yeah,
cool idea. Like I can take like maybe additions change and the 4 pinball is better, and it's like okay, well I still have the real cool model and I'm going to take the shield.
that's right. That's right, and you have the option for it without magnetization or anything.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But even if you want to magnetize the backpack, you can too. So either way, there's options. But yeah, do it to it. That's one thing. Another thing, I would love to paint up the Saturnine not Terminator,
The Dreadnought.
Dreadnought. Yes.
It looks
Yeah.
so good.
It is gorgeous.
I
It is gorgeous.
the
Can
friendly local
can
the friendly local game shop I go to, they've got one just it's assembled and still sitting there in gray plastic like on their they have a desk in the middle of the store where people can come hobby and hang out, and the store owner will sit there and hobby with them, and he's almost always
nice.
got some project on the go. But that one's just sitting there at the moment like a as a uh, in all its glory while he works on other stuff, and I'm like,
Mhm.
seeing it in gray plastic makes me want to build one so bad.
I mean,
that's a
absolutely.
that's a future project.
Absolutely.
That's a future project for sure.
Hmm. So yeah, I would love to do that. I wouldn't use it for anything, just for display, really. Maybe enter it in a competition or something.
Oh, that would be
All
cool.
right, so let's talk
I
about
have 2 dreads coming.
Oh, nice.
nice. You got to kit bash those,
I'm gonna
slice and
turn
dice.
one into Bjorn, and the other I want to do something with.
Very
Operation Babs, Big Ass Bjorn.
nice. So here are my wolves. At least the infantry model that I've actually started priming. I only primed 10 of these. I am going to do tutorials on faces. I'm going to do a tutorial on one of these. I don't need to do all 40. Yeah, I don't need to do all 40 to have a tutorial out for it, right? You can only need to do one and you can replicate it on all of them, even though there are different bits and bobs for each one. So I can do that. Also, I have this primed as well. It's a priest, wolf priest, which is great. I have one with the helmet on, another one with the helmet off because I have two of them. They look pretty cool. I think I'm going to add some more bobs or maybe some freehanding on the cloak, just to differentiate one from the other. And I think that's going to be really cool. Maybe have the spear of rust in the back with electrical impulses coming out. I don't know, something. It's going to be fun. That means I go into my sketchbook and I start sketching a whole bunch of things, and then all the bit bobs with that. Now, I do have the rest of them that I'm priming, but I don't want to get overwhelmed. It's because that's one thing that I do. If I look at a project and it's too big and it has it sitting all in front of me, I get overwhelmed. So I'll just do 10 at a time. Like I'll take half a unit of the blood claws and put that on my desk. That's actually already primed and ready on the desk. I'm going to do 1 unit of wolf takers. Head takers. Sorry, I'm still getting used to that. I'm going to do 1 unit, maybe of, I don't know, Terminators are not part of this project until I finish everything else. But I do have 3 units of Terminators that I picked up. And yeah, just 20 more blood claws and I have the full 60. So if I wanted to run a 60, one with Ragnar, one with a Wolf Battle Leader, another one with I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Just a whole lot of infantry just coming for you. And then, of course, if I can fit it into the list, some tanks. So this way, you have to have anti-infantry and infantry, and here I come.
Yeah, some anti-tank in the list definitely helps too. That's
Yeah,
why I'm
another
putting in the Land Raider with 4 shots of Godhammer las cannons, and then the
nasty.
Executioner with this Executioner cannon.
So another hobby, I've been really been focused on trying to get the studio back up and running since it was downstairs in the background there was kind of shady. It had my game room mixed in with my hobby room, and the studio was jammed all into one place. So it was very hard to move around. That's where I had my D&D sessions. That's when my wife said, why don't you just take one of the rooms upstairs? We have plenty of bedrooms. I'm like, really? It's like, yeah. It's like, only if we share it. So I've been converting this and we're sharing it. She likes to canvas paint. I like to canvas paint as well. It helps me improve my freehand. So this way, if I have to do shoulder pads for Imperial Knight Titan, the big one, which was that one? I keep forgetting names. Biggest Titan you could possibly buy right now.
Which one is that?
Executioner? No, I don't know. I forgot what it's called.
Is the Warlord the biggest one you can currently
Yeah,
get?
yeah, the Warlord. I got to do a Warlord. I got to get some poor sap to actually to get that to me by non-nefarious needs. Officially get that to me. Yeah. I have a head. But yeah, that's pretty much it. A lot of hobby time. I made a purity seal here.
Have I ever shown you this? Friend of the channel, Ben Ellis, painted a Titan head for me once, but he made it a
Oh wow.
Space Wolf Titan head. Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
this is for a future project for you. I'm like, that would be so cool.
I have that for a regular Night Titan. He must have blown that up. That's
Oh
a good
yeah,
vibe.
I have that on my Knights Army,
Yeah.
the original from, oh my gosh, Iron Wolf Studios.
That's right. Iron Wolf Studios.
And
That's right.
yeah, I bought a bunch of those and put them on my Imperial Knight Army. Also, my Valiant came in the mail. I should probably get another one for the Valiant.
I'm actually looking for new Night Titan heads. If they had one for something to represent the Black Templars. I need one for Black
cool.
Templars. Yeah, I need another one for Dark Angels. Because I'd like to have different styled Night Titans for each one.
Oh yeah,
Because
that would be cool. The Imperial Knight heads already kind of have kind of a knightly theme to them, but getting some more kind of bespoke ones would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be definitely cool. But you're right. You're right. I'm being greedy.
It's all
the question is, do I drill out the eye holes and put like little LED lights?
Oh, that would be really cool.
Like the Joy Toy one. But yes. Yeah, just right. But yeah, just getting this room set up exactly the way I want it to be has been an endeavor that's been lasting most of the week. Plus, I was on vacation last weekend, so
yep, always nice. Always nice.
So that is my official hobby project. Oh, I am sculpting. It was the topper of a pillar that someone wanted me to redo because it had fallen, and I have the DOS modeling clay, and I'm going to clay shape, and I'm going to sculpt leaves and lilies, the actual flower, and I'm going to airbrush them as well. It's for my Masons chapter. It's one of the pillars that they have me livening it up since it broke. It's like, hey, you're good with art. yeah, kind of a little, just a little
bit.
So that is my hobby progress. Let's hear it from Hellchild. Hellchild, are you there?
What you been up to this week?
Yeah,
brother?
I'm here.
What you been up to? What you got for
planning
a
whole bunch of kit batches.
Okay.
Tell us a little about them.
Yeah, what's your plan?
Well,
or how do you plan?
I want to convert a Leviathan into Murder Fang.
Nice. That's a beefy Murder Fang.
Yeah, it is.
And then, like I said, I'm going to do the Saturnine Dread as a redorned Bjorn.
Are you going to put, because it's a relatively smooth chest dreadnought like the Leviathan, are you going to put a bunch of heraldry on the front like Bjorn?
Yeah, I'm basically going to do like I did with the Redemptor Dread, but kick it up like 2 levels.
Okay. I'm excited to see what you do with that.
And then I've got one whole Saturnine box coming with an extra dread. So I'm gonna do some veteran Wolf Brothers that are in Terminator.
Very nice.
Maybe turn them into Cataphract.
Cataphracty, nice. When your shoulder blades need some skirts.
Mm-hmm. When your shoulder pads need shoulder pads, Cataphracty.
I like the fur under the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Okay, like the Varigear?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, but I mean, and then I've got 15 berserkers I turned into blood claws.
Nice. Oh, you got to complete? That's awesome.
They're missing like little details like wolf necklaces, shoulder pads, but other than that, most of them are done.
Man, you got to share a couple of pictures so we post it up.
Little details is what I'm working on right now for my collaboration project. Is I'm going out and drilling. I was impatient at first, and I didn't drill out my barrels. I didn't attach pouches to all of them, so right now just the little details. Which, by the way, Rob, your tips on drilling, knock on wood, seem to be helping me stay true at the moment.
Awesome. Awesome. Just take your time.
Any other
Probably
hobby?
90% of my hobby stuff this week was going down the rabbit holes you guys put me down.
And what rabbit holes was that?
YouTube suggestions from the last 2 weeks.
Oh, nice, nice.
Speaking of which, we have some more.
Yes, that is a great segue.
Yeah.
Thomas, I didn't see a response in the messenger chat. Is there a YouTube channel you want to recommend? I don't want to leave you out, brother. I'm sorry, I keep saying your other name.
Maybe Trovarian. Some of
Travarian.
his stuff here lately, the last couple of weeks, has been pretty good.
He's a good guy.
He is
Yep.
a very accomplished painter.
Oh, yeah.
I like his Kit Bashes stuff where he's fixing the guys from what GW put out.
True.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And his version of Grimdark. Yeah, Travarian is a really good guy.
All right. And since
Especially his Lucius he redid.
Oh, yeah.
that one
That
looks
looks
real good.
fabulous.
So-
Fabulous.
As everybody knows, most of the our YouTube picks of the week are usually down in the description. Since I didn't have them in the description, I will make sure to post this in the chat. We're going to go to our articles and art tab. We're going to go to our Chrome box. We're going to pick out not Discord. Chrome, what are you doing?
Not this cord, that cord.
Okay, where are my Chrome windows? Jesus.
In the meantime, have you heard that they're releasing Russ next year? No, I'm kidding. You heard it here first.
He's playing with our emotions.
I second that emotion. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to get this room set up so I can absolutely demolish this challenge. It's going to be so much fun. Once I get into the rhythm, I'm a machine. I start popping them out. It's like when I did the 120 ghouls for my, well, I can't say my anymore, for my wife's Flesh Eater Quartz army now. All right, you're on Travarian. Go for
Yeah.
it.
All right, tell us a little bit about this channel you recommend, my brother. Brother Hellchild.
He's friends of TMP, that's for sure. I had him on.
He does amazing kit bashes with sculpting, redoing miniatures. His take on how you paint is interesting because it's not just like a wash and a highlight with a base color. He actually works the colors up. I mean, there's a lot to say about Travarian that I don't want to spend all night doing it.
Over 20 golden demons.
20 golden demon. Holy crap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's up there.
I knew he was a golden demon winner, but wow, I didn't realize he was.
Oh, my God. He's won it again and again and again. He like snipe won it. Like he knew what the judges were looking for, and that's exactly what he played to. Man, it was competitive painter. His stuff is absolutely gorgeous.
You know, that's something I try and teach people all the time is target audience.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. And the painting competitions are subjective. So if you ever feel bad that you didn't get selected, it's because, let's say, if you did a fantastic job of non-metallic metal, and one of the judges hates non-metallic metal, well, you're not going to win. That has
fair.
nothing to do with you.
Oh man, I should do this at some point. Do a retro '90s
Definitely
miniature.
check out his Space Wolf reel that he did where he changed it.
Mhm. That's a good one.
Yeah, I did watch it. Yeah, you can see the little red bar underneath. I watched the whole thing. I was like, Space Wolves. I'm a simple man. I see a Space Wolves video, I click it.
Right?
We're gonna move on to. Oh, like I said, I've been scrolling. Or I mean, not like I said, but as Thomas has been describing these videos to you, I have been scrolling down, showing you guys a very nice array of miniatures that Travarian did. One of my favorites that I watched because I was on the cusp of starting my Blood Angels project at the beginning of the year, and then other
Nice.
plans took over. But
Dante?
yeah, his Sanguinor is
Yeah.
amazing,
Yes.
and one of my other favorites is his Sanguinary Guard, which the Stormcast Eternal kit he ended up using. Like that was
Mhm.
actually my one of my plans before I ended up going Grey Tide Studios, but that was my plan before going with Grey Tide was this take on the combining them with the Stormcast Eternal wings.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna move on to our next YouTube pick of the week, which is Voldemort's Guide to Warhammer. This is one of
Oh
Rob's
yeah.
picks.
Oh yeah. No, his voice.
I'm sorry, I'm just
Just
laughing.
remember with Travarian, I think he lives by the same kit bash motto I do. Everything will work.
It's true that. I just love
Yep.
this thumbnail of the dude because many of you know a lot of people were salty about the 30K release, and his thumbnail about the new box set is the box set next to a bag with a pile of salt.
Baltimore is amazing, by the by. His I don't know, his crispy bedside manner. If I were going to wake up to one of the famous YouTubers out there, it would definitely be the voice of Baltimore. That
He
would
does have an amazing voice.
he does. He does. Hello, friends. Like I'm like, oh, let's get into it. Yeah.
And like
Just another lore channel.
a lot of people don't realize how important cadence is too. Like, you know, the power of cadence in your speaking.
Mhm.
And one of the things that Baltimore does really well is like if he's describing a really epic battle or scene to you, as he's reading it, his tone and cadence falls into a very epic build up. His voice actually builds the sound of the scene with you. When he gets to the crescendo of the scene, he gets to the highlight of the action. His voice and excitement, while he sounds relatively low energy, he's describing it to you in a very epic passion.
Sorry. Sorry, my bad.
He does it amazingly. Also,
Yeah, he
fans
really
of
does.
comedy content may also know that Voldemort is the narrator for the YouTube sensation Markiplier and his hit podcast Distractable.
No idea. That's amazing. Good for him.
Yeah,
No wonder he's been really busy
yeah, it
lately.
is so cool. And by extension, like I got to find out that Markiplier also has a casual or passing interest in Warhammer. He's just like because he's super busy with YouTube and movie stuff all the time. It's like I could never have the time for Warhammer, but I like the lore in
Right.
theory.
Mm.
So audiobooks and thus good narrators for lore is how we came to Voldemort.
Well, if he'd like to commission me, give him one hell of an army.
Oh man, could you imagine the clicks you would get for doing an army for a YouTube sensation like Markiplier?
That would be amazing. You heard it here first. Come on, Markiplier.
This video, so that way he knows that Rob could paint him a Warhammer army.
Got it. Absolutely.
Is there a particular story from Baltimore that you feel like really inspired you?
Well, I mean, when it comes to lore videos, I am a Lord video um, escort. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, no, I hop around from one lore video to the next lore video, and yeah, I mean, because I do very, very long jobs that will require 6 to 8 hours of me sitting there. If I have a 2 hour video to hold on tight to, I'll do that in the background, listen to the as it keeps motivating me to keep going. It's like, oh, I feel so tired. I want to stop. I want to quit. I only have 45 minutes of this thing to go. Okay, I can do 45 more minutes. And then it ends, and I'm like, oh. Then I look at another lore channel. I'm like, ooh, another 2 hours. My bad.
And it's morning.
And it's morning. And it's morning. Yes, absolutely.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just going to say my favorite of his videos was an older one, but it was because I was really into playing my White Scars at the time. And Voldemort has this one story that's like 2 hours long. It's one of his longer videos, but it's this story of this duel that one of the 40K captains was having with. Actually, it was on a jet bike, so maybe it was 30K. But with an Dark Eldar? No.
Camera.
Yeah, I think it was a Dark Eldar jet bike. And they were having a battle in the sky. And yeah, they were a Kanon jet bike, and basically they were just clashing over and over again. I was talking about the speed at which Dark Eldar move and how they're literally so fast. They can like ninja kick a grenade out of the air back at you, before it explodes, And it was it was such a cool description. This battle like took place in the clouds, all over the city, like just like I said, his cadence and reading of the battle as it progressed all over the place. They were literally just flying over and over and over everywhere. It was just so cool.
One worst nightmare is to be captured by the Dark Elves.
For sure.
Newer nightmare. Like, yeah, I'd rather death. Please just end it quickly. It ain't happening with them. No, they're going to have their fun. There is another one.
There is another one. This one's called Fireball at the Gazebo. Rob, why don't you tell us a little bit about it? It looks like some D&D content. Is that Ninjon in the background?
Oh, yeah. It is Ninjon and Vincey V. They got a podcast, and I'm here for it, and I'm here promoting it. So there's that. But their content is actually excellent. Their opinions are their opinions. You can agree or disagree. Do so in the chat, and their algorithm will pick up more views. That's how it works. The more you chat into the box after the video has been released, the more the algorithm picks up, the more conversations you
I don't know if it's the fact that he's going with the closer cropped beard and goatee and the hair lately, or it's what it is, or what if blah, 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 whatever it may be. But in these thumbnails, Vince looks a bit younger than his older videos.
I told him to stop the Botox. No, stop. No. I asked him once, is the beard and the little beard and the hair, is that tattooed? Because it never changes. Like, what do you shave every day? What's going on here?
Yeah, I noticed in like some of his hobby cheating videos, it's like a bit bushier, and it kind of gives him more of that like professor kind of look. But like here, where he keeps it nice and thin, he looks younger here.
He does wear his apron everywhere. Like it, no, he really does.
True
inside the classes, outside
yeah.
the class, the dude wears his apron. He likes his apron. And everybody knows him for it. I'm like, oh yeah, look, it's Vince. It's fine.
So if we
this is a great channel.
If we have any D&D enthusiasts out here, so the topics that they tackle, why are playable races so controversial? Most shameful D&D moments. Oh, the shade.
a shame.
Why good and evil in D&D is so tricky. I saw a tip about this. Um, Gosh, I can't even remember who it was, but somebody was portraying a Nazi general in a movie, and somebody said that they played the best villain ever in that movie during an interview. They're like, "You are my favorite actor in this role. You nailed on how to be evil. How did you do that? Is there anything you did to put yourself in the right headspace for that?" He goes, "He wasn't evil. Nobody thinks that they're being evil. You know, it's just like, oh, I guess
It's
nobody
true.
really does think of themselves as evil. I guess when you get to the point like, you know, Chaos Marines, when you're skinning women and children, I suppose there's a point that you know you're evil. You
Yeah.
know, but like, but you're right. In a lot of cases, probably not.
When you point out your megalomaniac tendencies, then you realize that you are evil. Like, oh yeah, yeah, that's right. I'm a
Hmm.
bit of a megalomaniac. Oh yeah, that's right. I can do whatever it is to get and succeed. Yeah, there it is.
I suppose, like, I'm sure all of us have probably been in a situation where we've had post anger clarity. Like, oh, that was pretty messed up of me, wasn't it? So,
Oh my gosh.
uh, guys, let me know in the comments if you ever had that post anger clarity. Like, maybe I fucked up.
I think everybody does. I find myself going back to conversations I had during the day and replaying them in the head at the end of the day. I'm like, should I have responded that way? Should I mean, was kicking that person down the stairs really the best option?
Should I have
You mean you
screamed?
you
This
don't
is.
go? Hey, they deserved it. I'm good.
Should I have screamed? This is Sparta.
Yeah, you know, that was a missed moment. That was a missed opportunity.
Um, Quit making broken D&D characters. Yeah, I can see that. And why you've never had a character higher than level 9. I have actually come across a few DMs lately who have said that they actively plan their campaigns to never make it past level 9 or 10 because, it starts getting a bit, broken and hard to balance after that.
Oh yeah, yeah. The creators of D&D didn't really think about the higher levels. It was an afterthought that they kind of tacked on at the end. It was like, nobody's going to really reach that. And part of the reason is because, well, I mean, the big enemy of any campaign is scheduling the next meeting, and people have lives and stuff like that, and they don't really continue on to a campaign. And if they're not coming back by the time you hit level 9, it's like level 8, level 9, some level 5. Yeah, yeah,
It's pretty interesting.
yeah. And don't play Ravenloft because you're gonna die level 3. So
I want to play Ravenloft so bad at some point.
good. I would love to. I would love to DM that.
Like I read,
I,
I think Istrad I read years ago, and it was so good, and I'm like,
oh, yeah,
I gotta
it's
play this at some point
it's great. I do have
because
to
it
tell you one of my D&D memories.
it really
Yeah.
humanizes Strahd. So even though he's like the big bad of the Ravenloft series, like it humanizes him so much that you're like, oh, I kind of understand a little bit from this, from this bad guy's point of view.
I mean, I don't really see it being that he basically killed his brother and his wife threw herself off a cliff. And then he waited and cursed an entire town until about a couple of centuries till someone was born that looked like the person that jumped off the cliff, just so he can attack and marry her. He's a
But
chauvinist. He's a nasty chauvinist. This way.
I mean, he kind of is. Yeah, no, he definitely is. He's got his
Yeah.
problems. I'm just saying, like the humanizing part lets you see how he got there, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mom and dad wasn't that great, and once they died, he just became unhinged, and nobody was powerful enough to stop him. He's walking around unhinged. If you had absolute power over humanity, what would you do? And what would you do a month later when you were bored? Invent a new camera. Camera. I'm sorry.
You're good.
That's
Buddy.
terrible.
Camera. So,
Am I evil?
my YouTube pick for this week is Pete the Wargamer,
Go
Kit
Pete.
Bash Extraordinaire. You can kind of see, I'm not going to do the full reveal because he saves that for the end of his video, but you can kind of see from the thumbnail here, he has taken the Saturnine Dreadnought and combined it with the sprues of the new Grandmaster Dread Knight. So, two of the more expensive Dreadnought kits out there right now. Kit bashed them into one, and the result is a really just a pristine looking badass Dreadnought. That fixes what a lot of people call the baby carrier. And I gotta admit, it does look amazing. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the Dread Knight and the Grandmaster Dread Knight. I'm okay with, the design. But I can't deny that when you kit bash it with the Saturnine pattern like this, that it does in fact look better. Not because for me anything is wrong with the Dread Knight, but just this one looks so freaking good. There's a video he did recently that applies to us. He kit bashed all 13 Space Wolf great companies, and I love like the red maws that are a little more animalistic and like Wolverine. He put one of the more feral faces on one of them and took off the armored hands and put the wolfen hands on both of them. So he's got like werewolf hands, and he put the WYSIWYG equipment on the belt, and I just really gives it a kind of werewolfy, or like I said, Sabretooth kind of vibe from Marvel. So that's really cool. But yeah, that one, the Saturnine Grandmaster, both very cool. He did one of what if Vulcan was corrupted by chaos, turning
Pete has inspired some of the stuff I've done where I'm like, maybe I can do it.
I definitely feel like I've seen some similarities in y'all's work. A custom apothecary. This one looks like he used one of the Fulgrim models to do as Vulcan, and kind of like he bashes them with some lizardmen parts to make Vulcan like really draconic, which is pretty cool. There's the
I like his corn demon princes.
Oh yeah, the demon princes are so good. Jump pack chaplain, sanguinary guard, so much cool stuff here. Tau auxiliaries, prime orc Angron. So a lot of people who love the legends of the prime orc, he's turned Angron into a big orc. Lots of cool stuff Pete the Wargamer does. And he's also the owner of the brand Dead Animal Bits that can be found through Wargames Atlantic. So he collaborates with Wargames Atlantic, and basically his Dead Animal Bits are like skulls and trophies, and
if you don't own them, buy them.
They're really good for adding that grim dark flair to your miniatures, like because it's got all kinds of stuff like canine heads, canine skulls, bird skulls, human skulls, rib cages, femurs, just like all kinds of grim dark accessories for your miniatures and your bases. All right, that is our YouTube picks of the week. Media Corner. For myself, Media Corner, I don't have a ton. However, I did finish Pariah Nexus on Warhammer Plus this week.
Nice.
And I so Pariah Nexus was very good, very Salamanders. It was mostly focused on a Salamanders and a Sister of Battle character. And some, human survivors. And that's the one I was telling you that I started that had the Necron Deathmark a couple weeks ago. So I finally finished that series. That was really good. And it leads into the Tithes. So the next show I want to see. So that was cool. And then on my rereading Grey Hunter for the Ragnar Blackmane series, I'm so close to the end where they're closing in on the Spear itself. So pretty hyped about getting to the end of that, and I realized I haven't changed scenes yet.
I was just about to tell you.
Thank you. But yeah, that's literally all I've watched this week. I'm going to start with you, Brother Thomas. What you watched this week, or what you been into? Book, movies, games?
Um, Played a lot of Diablo 4 when I wasn't at work. Um, I watched the new Happy Gilmore movie, which I probably shouldn't have.
Didn't like it?
Why shouldn't you have?
It was, I mean, it wasn't as bad as the first one, but I'm not going to call it a 5-star review either. And I did finally finish the last book of The Wheel of Time. I've been meaning to read that for a hot minute.
Oh, nice. Now, was that like the last book, as in the end of the series, or there was technically one after that that was a prequel that came at the end somehow?
See, I had the prequel because it came out when book 5 or 6 came out.
Oh, okay.
But the original author only meant to write 12 books or 10 books. And his successor wrote like 2 or 3 books. And I finally finished his stuff.
Okay. Well, yeah, because that's because when Sanderson got the notes from Sanderson's vision, he was like, "Oh, there's no way I can wrap all this up in one book. I need to make this 3 books." So that's why that.
Yeah, because that book would have been like 12 to 18 inches thick as a
Yeah,
hardbound.
yeah.
And
So,
nobody's going to pick that up and go, I'm going to read this.
Yeah.
No way.
oh yeah, I feel like Sanderson absolutely made the right call, splitting it up in 3 books.
Absolutely.
I feel he did clean up and bring a close to a lot of the lines and stuff in there, but there's still little bits that if you didn't read it a lot, you wouldn't even think of. Like, I still want to know about 2 characters, but they were so bit part, it's not even manageable.
Yep.
All right, which of the 3 heroes in that series was your favorite? Matt, Perrin, or Rand?
I was kind of torn between Matt and Perrin. Rand seemed like a narcissist.
And also, that's not to detract from, Nynaeve and oh my gosh, I forgot the other girl's name. Not to detract from them, but the story definitely feels like it's more pushed from the 3 boys' point of view. I'm sorry, which person do you identify with?
Torn between Matt and Perrin.
Oh, Yellow Eyes. Interesting. What about you, Rob?
Well, hadn't had too much time to read, but when I had the opportunity, I deleted my Baldur's Gate 3 file, which I couldn't kill the hag because I messed up something and I threw something away that I couldn't do.
Oh, no.
So I took 99 hours of me playing Baldur's Gate 3 and I deleted it. And I started fresh over again. But this time I knew what I was doing and it was a different experience. And that's one of those games that you can play several times with several different characters and classes, and it'll be a completely different game every time you play it. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 has been pretty epic for me. Oh, I read a lot more of the Sanderson books that I'm trying to get through. I've been doing a lot of walking and listening, so I was just like, I'm just gonna walk for a chapter, and then I was like, I'm gonna walk for 2 chapters. Before you know it, I was like 4 miles out and I had to come back. So it's like
Nice.
8-mile walk.
That's awesome.
Before you knew it, he's like, where the hell am I?
Yeah, no, I was walking on the C&O Canal, which is a nice railway that was decommissioned, and you can walk from one state to another.
Ah, I accidentally hit the border again. Running Bear, good to see you, brother. My favorite from the Wheel of Time series, I gotta say, is probably Rand, and probably because I identify with him the most. Yeah, I would love to say I'm more like the wolf brother that Perrin is. But no, I'm more like Rand. Like, I feel like a lot of the times I don't understand what's going on around me, but sometimes I get lucky and find myself in a good, like the right place at the right time, surrounded
Oh,
by
yeah.
good people, and things just kind of work out.
Mm.
Like, um, because
I don't think he's a narcissist. He doesn't think he's a narcissist either.
Yeah, but most narcissists don't.
Exactly. That's
I
the
mean,
point.
there's some of his actions that I'm like, really? Really? That's why I think if I had to narrow it down between Perrin and Matt, I would say Matt because I'm going to kind of do what I have to do. And if somebody doesn't agree with it, oops.
are you insanely lucky like Matt?
No.
Would be nice, wouldn't it? It would be nice.
Yeah.
Well, with the
Then
wife that
maybe
I
I would have
have,
won the lotto already.
with the
Uh,
wife that I have, yeah, that I am not lucky. So,
I heard one of the best narcissistic quotes the other day, where it was, "I'm good at everything except being humble. I'm great at that."
Crap.
all right. So my narcissist quote. But enough about me. Let's talk about you. What do you think about me?
uh, Another great narcissist quote comes from Raul Julia playing as M. Bison. He goes, "For you, it was the day that Bison came to your village and changed your life forever. For me, it was Tuesday." I was
Oh,
like,
Julia.
at first I heard that quote, I was like, damn, I'm stealing that. And probably throughout the years, I've probably had, I don't know, 3 or 4 villains in my RPs that have ended up using that quote. It's such a good quote.
Yeah, definitely.
Running Bear's favorite quote along those lines is, "The lions do not care about the opinions of sheep."
Mm.
That quote's a good one, but I think the better one is, okay, so you want to be a pride, you want to be a lion. Nah, I'm good with being a wolf. I don't perform in the circus.
So they started cloning and making dire wolves. I want one.
Me
Yes.
too.
Yes. I can't remember which D&D book it was, but it started talking about there was the section in all D&D books about familiars and mounts, and I've been trying to find um, an entry I saw in that particular book. I've been trying to find a GM ever since then that'll let me do it. Where one of the options in, I think it was the second edition book, the one with Thaco, which one of the options was Direwolf. I'm like, one day I will find a GM that will let me have a Direwolf mount.
Earlier,
Yeah.
I was eating when you guys were talking about
Mhm.
Ravenloft, and I loved playing D&D with Ravenloft. And I would take Strad every day if that's what the DM wanted to do. But you bring Loth out, the Death Knight from Dragonlance.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
He was like, "Don't do
He's
this to me. I don't want to deal with him."
mhm.
But that's still probably like him and Drizzt have to be my top 2 D&D characters, official characters.
Ah, everybody loves Drist. He's so cool.
The only strong male of the matriarch.
Have you guys ever heard of an artist by the name of Larry Elmore?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Elmore?
Larry Elmore. He did the cover for a lot of D&D books. He did the cover for the Shadowrun series. We were doing a Dragon Con in LA, and they had open tables. And he walked up to the table, submitted his character. We're all playing D&D, and I killed him.
What?
And when I killed him, everybody was like shocked face, jaws dropped, and all that. And he goes, "You know who I am, right?" And I was like, "Hell yeah! You autographed my Shadowrun first edition earlier." And he goes, "Okay, cool." I'm like, we're going to lunch here in like another 40 minutes, but when I restart up here after lunch, if you want to come back, bring another character. And he goes, "Hell yeah!" I hate when when a DM's like change their roles and stuff so I don't die.
Yeah.
He goes, "You let me play as a player. I'm good with that." I'm like, I'm a DM. I'm going to kill everybody eventually.
That's awesome. Man, I went to Dragon Con in Charlotte like when I was still kind of new to a lot of, nerd stuff. I was 16. And at the time I was, into less D&D and more, like White Wolf stuff, Vampire the Masquerade and stuff like that. And I was into Magic the Gathering pretty heavily. In fact, I built a tournament deck there that ended up winning pretty well, uh,
Nice.
called a Megrim deck. But uh, but I wish I had been more steeped in, some of the nerd culture I'm in now, because, the Dragon Con is famous for D&D celebrities and, a lot of D&D stuff that, you can take part of some of the official, campaigns and stuff there, or one shots. You can, a lot of cool stuff you can do that I wasn't into at the time, and just like, oh man, I wish I was able to appreciate the depth of nerddom at, Dragon Con back then.
I appreciate Vampire the Masquerade, but then again, I played it before the Yellow and Black book came out. I helped Matt Hagen test a lot of those rules, and we had a lot of, this rule's not working. Cross that out. Let's figure out how to make this work. And I am the archetype or prototype of the original Brujah character, because I did not want to do what everybody else did.
Nice. So Running Bear says, anything else that fits those quotes is anything the Inquisition says. Man, so I'm a person who listens to A&R content when I sleep, or when I lay down. Yeah, when I sleep. And I came across one that was an Inquisitor, and it's an Inquisitor suspects you of heresy, and it's like a kind of a interview slash interrogation, but like done in ASMR whispers. And actually, it's pretty good. I kind of went to sleep and had some pretty cool dreams. I was like, this is cool. But us talking about D&D books, they said that for D&D books, they recommend Elizabeth Moon's Deeds. I love D&D books. Dragonlance is still one of my favorite series of all time.
What I grew up to.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I had
Yeah,
the
man.
pleasure of being able to introduce that series to my wife. Hopefully, the kids pick it up someday. So that I think is probably, well, that is specifically Chronicles,
Oh yeah.
and Legends are both like favorites.
Time of the Pins, Test of the Twins.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wrestling's definitely up there with Loth and Drizzt.
Oh yeah.
Of course, the Drist books are great. Um, Greyhawk, I think, is another one of
Greyhawk
the
was
workroads.
cool.
Rainbow setting, yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of burned out on Greyhawk towards the end, though. It's like they didn't want to work on it as much. Forgotten Realms was really good.
Yeah.
Dragonlance was great.
From Greyhawk, I really liked the Justicar series. Which
Elmeister.
No, Beth.
What happened?
But
No. I
Making
ripped
a unit.
the side of my bolt. No,
I picked up a new series this week, but I haven't got to read any of them yet. By Jim Butcher, his new Roman Legion, the one that where
yes, the
he
Codex
was at
Alera.
a convention or something other, and they're like, "You can make anything a bestseller," and he goes, "Okay, you pick it." And they
Yeah,
picked Roman Legion and
A
Pokemon.
Pokemon,
yeah,
yes.
that's right.
I
That's right.
love
So
that
I
book
picked
series.
up what I could find of that this week, and I'll probably be reading that this weekend.
Dude, please hit me up when you read some of that. That is become one of my favorite series. I finished the whole thing. I love it. I'd love to talk to you about it. Let me know.
Well, I've got all his Dresden Files books, so I mean, I really like his writing.
Yeah, I love the Dresden Files stuff too, but just I don't know. I think Codex Alera may have actually overtaken um, Dresden Files for me.
I want to say it was Piers Anthony back in the day wrote a book or a set of books that was a lot like uh, Jim Butcher's new book with the Roman legions, where it was a Roman legion and one lone Celt, and they got pulled into a different world, and that series was crazy.
Matt, I don't want to spoil anything for you, so I might just wait until you're done with the whole series to talk to you about it. But it's so good. I'm really excited that you're reading that series. Um, of Pax and Dwarves series by Marcus Heights is another one you recommend. It's very cool.
That's a good one.
All right. Hopefully, that one sacrificial pistol is the only one I will mess up out of these space wolves.
Yeah, take your time. Don't drill too deep unless you want to cross drill.
I think I didn't make enough space,
Mhm.
or I didn't go deep enough when I was using the pin to center, and so
Yeah, you gotta go deep.
I ended up so I started the hole and it just twisted off to the side. It just broke through the side.
Oh, yeah. You go deep, Nithos.
Oh yeah.
You could always use the Kamea thin and a X-Acto blade point to clean up the hole too if it looks a little wonky.
Oh yeah. No, this one ripped straight through the barrel.
Mhm.
Oh, you can cut it off and add plastic rod.
I would, but I have a spare bolt. You know, like you get a couple extra hand options in the kit, so
Mhm.
I'm just like, I'll just pull another pistol.
Yeah, I have a lot. A lot of sprues. I have a lot of
I,
sprues. Oh my goodness.
I
So
can't
many.
imagine why you have such a conservative amount of space wolves.
No, no, my orcs are still my biggest army.
That's true. That's true.
By far. By far. It's not even close.
Really,
I was just
even with the stuff you've lost to legends.
yes.
Oh wow.
Even with the stuff I lost to legends. Yeah. Yeah. I went when you guys started going to the orc craze, I went off the deep end. Like
When you
what?
finally get around to orcs, let me know. I've still got plenty of stuff to paint up for orcs,
Oh yeah.
so I'll
No,
jump in
definitely
with
have
you
to get
there.
into
I'm afraid to start orcs with as
it.
much
Isn't
as I
everything?
like the kit bash stuff.
I was about to say you were kind of born orky, man, with the way
Yeah, man.
you scratch build everything.
Absolutely. In fact, I give you a challenge. Don't buy anything GW or 3D printed and make yourself an orc army. And I bet you could. You were that good at kit bashing. So
It's true. It's true.
just take your existing sprues and make it happen. That and trash.
Oh
Used
yeah.
to be, you get the old orc army, you would get some trash, put it together, and there you go.
All right. So I have a topic tonight, gents, that actually Brother
Ooh.
Rob inspired, and I want to know if anyone listening has ever been able to relate to this. Um, so Rob sent me a video about it was from a different content creator, but it was a um, song about not wanting, like they felt like the mini that they built looked good gray, and they didn't want to take the chance of messing it up with their paint.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel that. And doesn't even the feeling doesn't even have to be about painting per se. It could be someone like myself who painting is more my forte, and I feel like I'm more likely to mess something up during the build process. However, I did feel like that about Ragnar for a long time. I bought the um, what was that set with Ragnar and Gazgold called? That wasn't Tooth and Claw. That was the one with the Gene Stealers.
Yeah, that was Harold Ice Belt, the Tooth and Claw. It's called Prophecy of the Wolf.
Prophecy of the Wolf.
Yeah, that's in my build queue.
And I bought that for Ragnar. And what did I do? I built all the orcs in it.
Everything.
I built all the I built Gazgul. I even built all the Space Marines in it. But I didn't even build Ragnar for a couple of years. Then I built him, primed him, and put him right on my shelf. Because I was afraid. I was like, and part of that was I had seen a lot of the old metal Ragnars, and the face on that Ragnar. There was a lot of. There were some people who were very skilled at making that face look good, but there was a lot of the faces where, they were
Moon, not Ragnar.
Yeah. They were able to come out very moon looking, and I was like, I don't want to do that to Ragnar, like, has happened to all of these hobbyists before me. Probably better hobbyists before me. And so for years, I didn't touch Ragnar because I had seen those bad faces, and I was like, I'm just going to be another bad Ragnar face. And in truth, I didn't even paint my Ragnar's face. I've shared with some of you that I took mine down to my friendly local store. My friend, the store owner, gives painting lessons, and I'm like, sign me up. Faces are probably the skill set I need the most improvement on. And he used my miniature to walk me through how to do it. So my plan is to take all of my blood claws and give them all faces, so that way I can practice what he's taught me.
That's smart. Very smart.
Yeah, it's forced exposure.
Yeah.
Make myself do it until I'm comfortable with it.
Oh yeah. My first blood claws, the first one I did, was all the gold trim had to be non-metallic metal, all of them. So it was some kind of torture. Man, it took a long time. It almost killed me doing 15 blood claws. It was fine, but when you do all metallic metal,
you're like, why did I do this to myself?
I actually
can relate to that, Rob, because I did 3,000 points of Thousand Suns.
Oh yeah,
in blue, white, and gold, and the dude wanted non-metallic metal on all of them.
And there's so much gold trim on Thousand Suns.
Yeah.
I will probably never paint another Thousand Sun model ever.
One of our Discord friends of the channel, No Fixed Course, just did some incredible
He's
work.
really good. Oh yeah,
a Thousand
really
Suns model, and he was, even he said that all of this gold trim. I think he also did some non-metallic, and he was like, all this trim nearly broke me, and I'm like, the Thousand Suns trim claims all.
Yeah,
it has beaten many men.
I mean, it's fun if you put it into TMM, true metallic metal. It's fine. You can actually do it with a marker if you wanted to, like a Gundam marker.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been using more Gundam markers and those type of markers in my building sets. Sharpie comes up with a really nice one too. Their finer tip markers are really good, and it's a one coater, so it's not like transparent. It actually just covers and does what it says on the tin. Now, once you put that metal in there, of course, you can highlight it up with like silver edge highlighting for the gold to make it resin. That's after you put in a wash, and or you can glaze in like a darker tone of gold in there to have like that almost brown to gold look. And if you treat true metallic metal like non-metallic metal, it's so much easier to blend. It's so because it does the metallic flakes does the work for you, but it adds interest to just plain gold. And you
That's
want to
really
do that. You want to have your dark and you want to have your lights. Your lights representing it to a silver color, your darks into a brown, deep, rich gold. Probably gold mixed in with some kind of gloss medium and something like a Seraphon sepia, but glossy. Because metallics are supposed to be glossy. They're supposed to shine. They're metal. Yeah.
That's cool. That's real neat. Question about that. A lot of trim. So if you use a marker, you're
Mhm.
not able to get that inner lip.
Inner lip.
Do you just use the wash for that inner lip, or how do you do
Yeah.
that?
Well, okay, so I use a micron pen for point zero zero, and I do black lighting around each one. So
Okay.
now it looks like it's actually lined out, and it's a shortcut or a hack not to do the trim, like
Oh,
the inner
okay.
lip, because that's
That's
really
cool.
tricky. You know that it's like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very very tricky to do. So if you want to do that, then yeah, you can kind of like hide the trim, and then there you go, you're done.
That is a great hobby hack, brother.
If you don't have access to the Micron pen, you can always use Tamiya panel liner too.
Panel liner, yeah.
Ah, yeah.
I find that I need to put a gloss coat on there before I use a panel liner though, because it kind of gets all over the place. But
True,
if you do
very
a like,
true.
yeah, yeah, and then you could always do a varnish for matte finish.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah, Gloss
yeah,
Plus panel liner has definitely been one of my go-tos before.
I
And
like playing with inks,
hmm
and I found a new ink last week. It's a calligraphy speedball ink called Nickel, and it's like slightly darker than Lead Belcher. And I'm gonna try using it as like a wash or something with darker silver and iron.
interesting.
yeah,
Let me see how that turns out.
absolutely.
I'll definitely be posting pictures.
Once again, as I start looking for something to fall asleep to, I find you streaming. Hello, brothers. Good to see you, Kalimir.
Hey, Kellerman.
Kalimir. I hope you're
Or I
doing
should
well.
say, since you're trying to find something to sleep with, I say, Kellerman.
Yeah, don't
Welcome.
listen to me. I'll be keeping you up all night.
Welcome to the chat.
I was just telling Brother Rob, I like to listen to ASMR as I fall asleep, and I came across one that is an inquisitor questioning you, but in an ASMR voice. And actually, I had some really cool dreams listening to some 40K themed ASMR as I was going to sleep.
Oh, you're a heretic. Just fess up. We're the Inquisition. You're
Actually, you get
going
to.
down.
But at the end of that one, I had to listen to it a couple of times because the first time I did fall asleep. But at the end of it, you get to join the Inquisitor's retinue because you passed. Because I am heresy free, baby.
Nice. Nice. Unlike Titus. I mean, never mind. I
I'm
didn't say anything.
doing well. Got 3 more Blood Claw bodies done today. Only 2 left, then weapons, and then I move on to the Termies. That is great. I
Yeah, that's
finished
awesome, man.
assembling my army box last week. I'm just now mostly finished assembly, except for the couple of parts in subassembly. A couple of backpacks here, all the heads, and all the pauldrons. And I'm just doing some of the cleanup, like drilling out the gun barrels right now. And then I'm good to go. And then on top of that, so I finished all the characters and the wolves last week. So that's the army box proper finished. And then I actually put together Harold Ice Pelt from Tooth and Claw, and I equipped him with the hammer. Uh, Here's a little wolfen hammer because I thought it was appropriate. I used a shoulder pad from Puppets War. It's one of the ones that has the wolf head and cloak over one shoulder. And then I gave him a plasma pistol because I thought with all the flowing cloaks uh, and tab art he's got there that it would just be a little too busy with the shield. And so I decided to go rule cool and give him a plasma gun. And then I'm trying to debate if I want to go ahead and build up Logan Grimnar too, so that way I can just, get the building out of the way before I move on to painting. Also, I decided if I get the CP, I'll print jump packs for the Blood Claws. Oh, the Combat Patrol. I'll print jump packs for the Blood Claws and the Battle Leader. Very nice. Ah. Do the
Do it.
do the Battle Leader as a jump pack captain. That'll be cool.
Sky Claws.
Yes.
Which should be
Build
coming out.
Logan.
Oh, Grimnar, yes. I need to get on him at some point. I don't know if it's part of this project. I got to finish this project before I start into the... That's going to be my reward for finishing all these Blood Claws and
But
stuff.
see, I wanted to see just how the kit went together so I could figure out the kit bash in my head.
Mhm.
And I've got enough Space Wolf players in the local store that like my building that they're like, hey, you want to build this for me? And I'm like,
Nice.
yeah, that way I can look at sprues.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
That's definitely awesome.
All right, let's
It's
see.
not going to be as hard as I thought to Dremel out his pads and replace.
Well, that's good.
Is his
Especially-
cloak in multiple parts? That's my question.
The back cloak is one piece, and then he's got two little cloak tufts on his shoulder pads.
Oh,
And then I want to say there's one that's like over the top of the Terminator armor. So I want to say it's like 4 pieces.
Okay.
So save the sprue goo.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And-
Because those things have gaps.
So I was working out of town this week, and right across from the site I was working at was a Hobby Lobby. I was
Ethos,
like,
can you focus in on yourself? I think you're a little blurry.
Oh.
Or is this just me? No, never mind.
Yeah, it's
I
probably
think
me.
that's just me. Okay, never mind.
we'll go with Mephiston to help clear me
I
up.
will say this. If you clean up his cloak like you clean up everything else I've watched you build and paint, you won't see the gaps that a lot of multi-part kits have.
No,
Oh yeah.
not that time.
Like his went together real well.
Wait, whose? His?
Logan's.
Oh, okay.
Because like I was afraid because of the tufts on the shoulders connecting to it, and then the back piece, and then the top piece, and everything else, that it was going to get wonky. And I didn't really have to use any sprue goo or anything to clean it all up.
Shit.
It should be fine. Yep. I'm gonna definitely. I wanna play him. I mean, he is the man, the myth, the legend. He's gonna be the leader of mine because I'm doing,
Champions
Thanks,
Defenders,
Chosen.
baby.
Champions of Fenris. That's right. That's right. Only because I do have a hope for Russ to come back within the next 10 years. I said it. You heard it. It's a hot take. You heard it here first. Within the next 10 years, Russ will be.
Could be
And-
by
and
the
he
end
will
of the
take-
edition.
He will
The-
definitely be.
They did
a
say
Champions of
in somewhere in the codex, Space Wolf infantry or
Monster.
monsters.
Yes, and Primarchs
Inside
are
rumors I've got are saying 2
saying what?
years and Roos will be back.
Bruce. Oh man, that's. Yeah.
I can't really wait though, so now I'm trying to decide. I think I'm just going to say screw it and build both. But I want to build a Wolfenroos, but I also want to build a Odinroos.
That's true.
And I want to eventually go ahead and paint my 30K Rush just because.
I did. I did for James Meeks. Actually, he contracted me to do that for him, and it was all. He wanted a specific color for him, a Payne's gray, that he wanted to start for the base with. I'm like, "Are you sure?" Because I can. It's like, "Nope, I want it in this," and I'm like, "Okay." So I did non-metallic metal for all of his armor, and I do have a
That's
video
awesome.
on the process. So.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, I had
And
that
then-
video bookmarked.
Oh, really? Awesome. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to do. Pretty much, he said, do whatever you want. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try to really push my brush work. That's what I'm going to try to do. I'm trying no airbrush through the entire thing and just go for it. And that's led me down a path of controlling the brushwork and controlling. The hardest thing for me, I would say, is applying the correct amount of pressure on my brush. Like I always go a little too hard, and the lines aren't as small as they can be. That's why I rely on Micron pens so much to do black lining. It's because the consistent, because my hands shake. I know you say it doesn't seem likely that but my hands do shake. So it's tough for me to do that. But I definitely want to practice that, and I'm going to do that moving forward. Just really practicing how to do that, especially when it comes to the faces of these blood claws.
Fair, fair. Kale says, I also need to build Logan. Last epic hero to go.
Let's go. It's go time.
Talking about the build for Logan, Running Bear says, also the wolf head attaches to the pelt in kind of a weird fit. Interesting. Talking about Rust coming out, Kale says, how about within the next year? I do hope for it. Loyal Primarch coming at the end of an edition supplements. Where have I seen that before? Oh, just with both of them so far.
A lion. Yeah.
And then maybe we'll get Sanguine. Oh. Oh. Somebody just fell to Black Rage out there somewhere. No.
Make us find an STL of Sanguinus, print him in clear resin, and then make him ethereal.
He's a ghost.
Yep.
And then play Space Hulk and say you're on whatever Vengeance, the full name of that ship.
Kale says, or Ferris. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. You know, actually, I've been saying for a while, I would love to see Ferris come back, where somebody has taken the severed head of Ferris and managed to get it Dreadnought worthy, right?
Oh.
Because...
Oh, right. All right. I see where you're going with this.
Because, you know, there is a degree of, you know, like the Primarchs are supposed to be able to recover from damn near any wound, you know. And obviously being beheaded is death, but the Primarchs also transcend, you know, what we know of science and, you know, stuff like that. For instance, Gilliman managing to just hold his breath in the void for half an hour, you know, in what book was that? No Fear, which is a great book. And I know people who hate on Gilliman, you know, think that that was a ridiculous scene, but I thought it was super cool. I mean, the man lived through the void through spite, so that way he could fight his brother.
Was he fighting Fulgrim?
No, it was he wanted to fight Lorgar for attacking his planet. Hey, if they plan on bringing back Horus, anything is possible. Exactly. Years ago, GW did this one poll about, you know, what would people's thoughts and predictions be if one loyal brother turned chaos and one chaos brother turned loyal. And of course there was a lot of discussion about the Phoenicians clone.
Oh yeah.
And
the one that's in Trazyn the Infinite's
collection?
Yeah,
apparently he's a version of Fulgrim that's not fallen into chaos. And so a lot of people are like, you know, if he somehow got free from Trazyn, then, you know, we could have a loyal Phoenician, which would be great. My thoughts for the other way, though, was what if in some kind of like, chaos warp kind of way, Sanguinius came back from the dead as a fallen angel,
Oh yeah.
and being like death has somehow, like twisted him, and so he's back as, a very twisted, you know, chaosy version of himself, going full on from like almost biblical, the fall from angel to, demonic,
Unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah. Well, all the Primarchs are made with the warp. They're warp infused. So if you die in the material realm, then your soul is in the warp. So there's that.
Yeah.
And as far as the clone father, the spider, he said that it doesn't matter. He made a perfect clone of the perfect being, and the design was flawed from the emperor because he was going to turn into chaos. He saw himself, let me go to my people, let me lead my people, let me do my people with my will. Like, he saw hints towards the end of that book, and he was like, nope, 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 not doing it again, I'm trading you off. Trace in the Infinite got it. I love that series. I love those 3 books. They're amazing. Man,
Kale said allegedly warp infused, unless I missed a hard confirmation somewhere. That's cool. If you have watched the movie Ice Pirates, there's a character there who gets his head on a robot. When he said his name, made me think of that good laugh. Oh, that's cool. Garrett says, I think it was Malkador who mentions if they had won the heresy, he could have brought back Sanguinius and Paris Manus. Oh, that's pretty cool. I think like Dreadnought Ferris Manus would be so cool.
Yeah. Flesh is weak.
Yeah.
And then it's a whole army of dreadnoughts coming towards you.
And it's just like almost Futurama style. It's literally just the brain inside the sarcophagus,
I love it. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that would be so cool. Is there have you guys ever, is there any other kind of like hobby what I call it, hobby anxiety you guys have ever had over a project before? I'd be really interested if the Kitbash master Hellchild, who says any part can be made to use for anything, has ever had difficulties or hobby any kind of hobby anxiety before. Hellchild? All right.
Mine is before a competition. Definitely before I paint for a competition. The little voice inside me says, there's no way you're going to beat Sam Lance. There's no way you're going to be. But they themselves said, yeah, you got it in you. Yeah, you do. Your stuff is good, man.
You can do it.
Yeah, that's a hurdle. But every time I look at that, like I see the best in shows, right? Like Eric Swinson and stuff like that, and the amount of details and details within detail. So you would think that backgrounds and terrain and stuff like that would be inconsequential. Like, it's the model you want to look at, and everything else kind of just frames it. But it's not so. Like, he made this one predator that was hanging over a cliff, and within that cliff there were vines, and within that vines there were parrots and little animals and creatures that the more you looked, the more you found. And it was just absolutely amazing. And that's one of the things, if you are thinking about competitive painting, you're gonna want to add a billion little Easter eggs, right?
Details
All
within
throughout
details.
your miniature. Keep them looking at it. Keep them looking and trying to find your Easter eggs, because the more they look at your model, the more they love your model. And for, oh, look at that bird. Oh, I didn't even see the wings. He actually did every single feather on that tiny little bird that could fit on the top of a pencil tip. Are you kidding me? Like, it's those kind of things that make it so memorable. It's like, how can't they be best in show? That's it. That
That
and write a story. Yeah.
those are really good tips.
It's tough. It's not easy. It is a marathon. It really is a marathon.
Speaking of
And
which,
have to train for it.
have you decided on a Nova project yet? It's getting
Yeah,
close. I was gonna
it
try.
is.
I was gonna try and see if I could make it out for Nova, but man, with this extra contract I picked up this year, I've been away from
Yes.
the family so much. I don't think I'd feel right about taking off an extra weekend. You know?
Family comes first.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This is a hobby. Family is your life. Yeah,
Happy
absolutely.
wife, happy life.
That's right. So
I think the
Hellchild, I
next
see.
con I want to go to is LVO.
Nice.
Oh
So
yeah.
Hellchild, have you ever experienced any anxiety before a build?
Um,
Because you're so confident with your kit bashing. It's like anything is possible, right?
I wouldn't call it anxiety. There's times where I've seen 3D bits I want to use and I didn't have access to a printer, so I had to have somebody else print them for me.
Mhm.
And not knowing if printing them at scale or having to increase or decrease and all of that, that gave me a little bit of stress. But no, other than that, not really. Because if it doesn't work, I usually have a plan B or plan C already in the books. So, oh, that head's too big. Let's see what plan B was.
What about painting? Do you ever have hobby anxiety painting? Fear you might mess
Yes.
something up?
Painting will
Um,
usually get me, but it's like Rob mentions the micron pens. Back when I did the Black Wolf off of the Horus Primarch,
yeah,
I used micron pens to do his head tattoos.
there
Really?
it is. There it is.
But
Yep.
over time now it's like I will actually use a brush and thin the paint down to real transparent and stuff like that and work them up.
Man, you
Yeah,
really.
Sonia's magic mix is really good for that, for tattoos and stuff like that. It really dilutes it to the point that it's there, but it's very workable. That's something that's super hard to get. I bought a 3-pack and I'm lucky.
Tell me about this product, Sonia's Magic Mix. Not heard of it.
Yeah, I actually have it on my hobby desk, just a little bit that ways. I can bring it and show it to you if you don't mind me being off the screen for a sec.
Not at all.
Okay.
Kalimir says during the last year, the Wolves refresh killed my any motivation to paint my minis in fear of what would disappear. Wolf Guard, Grey Hunters and Claws, heavy weapons, Thunderwolf cavalry, resin leaders. And you were 90% right. Yeah, exactly. A lot of those things absolutely got hit. So I can totally, that was probably wise. Unfortunately, I feel like that's probably why I felt so, I don't know, almost betrayed with how much stuff we lost in the codexes because I did not prepare for it. I was just like, yep, let me just keep building, keep painting, just add stuff to my army willy nilly, la la la. And,
See,
man,
I was of the mindset I'm a collector anyway. If they don't want to let me use it on the table, it's not that big to me.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I am definitely a hobbyist, but, for me, the game is still part of it all.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love painting, and I happen to actually play the game too sometimes. It's amazing. But this is what
Okay,
I'm
so
talking
is
about.
that clear or is it got like a
It's clear.
slight white color to it or?
Oh no, it looks white for sure, but just like matte medium, it's clear.
Okay, tell me a little
Yeah.
bit about what it does.
So it is a light sealer instead of just a sealer. So it's a little different thing. It's containing an extender, so meaning you can blend your colors more easily for a longer period of time. It's like slow dry or a drying retarder is in there as well. and it dries perfectly matte. I usually use this to dilute things for skeletons and things like that. It is wonderful to actually make a little bit of a wash with it, sort of, because you get a gradient without any staining, which is amazing as well. There's a lot of different uses for this thing, which I love. When you're using medium, what you're cutting down is water tension. And water tension is the enemy simply because if you ever put a drop of water, you're going to see it bubble, right? And that's the tension holding it together. Without the tension, it'll smooth out. Have you ever painted something with the light strokes and stuff like that? And then afterwards, you see like a thin line around where you painted and it looked perfect. The second it dried, you had like an outline of it. You don't have the center painted. And that's
Oh,
because
yeah.
the last minute before it dries, the water tension is pulling all the pigment towards the edges of the bubble that's wet. And it's going to be darker around the rim and not in the center. Now, if you get rid of the water tension, no matter where you put the paint, it's going to be evenly dried. It does what you want it to do. Like you have to force the paint to do what you want it to do. I call ourselves not hobbyists, more like pigment pushers, because we're just pushing pigment around so it could look cool. So that helps you push that pigment around without having any adverse effects.
That's pretty cool. It sounds similar to kind of what the new, well, not new, like within the last year, Monument Hobbies product supposed to do called Noosh.
Newish, I
Yeah,
have that too.
let you break the tension for those kinds of blends, but also will let you make your own washes if you dilute it enough, which is pretty cool.
I like newish for putting weathering, certainly on mine.
Damn water surface tension always ruining our lives.
For real.
That's what Kale says.
Yep.
Gamesburger, how's it going? Hey man, we're doing well. We're hanging out, uh, having
My
a
game's
chill
better.
night. I was just telling everyone I just finished doing all of the builds for my Space Wolves Army box, and I even kit bashed the old Tooth and Claw character Harold Icebelt into a second battle leader for my Blood Claws, going hammer and plasma pistol. And I like that this version of my battle leaders got the between the claw, the flowing pelt I put over one shoulder, and of course the jumping pose that ice belt comes with, kind of gives it kind of a flowing sense of movement. Like he's
Oh yeah.
leaping into the battle, which I thought was cool. Mini War Mutt, brother Brian says, "Likey smashed." Good evening, my brother. I hope you're doing well. I hope all of you are doing well. Um,
Have you heard from
Go ahead.
Grumpy Guy? Have you heard from Grumpy Guy Gaming?
Grumpy Guy Gaming. He was in our group chat just the other day. He's been working on um, a few projects, but he said he was taking a break from his main projects and working on his custodies.
Nice.
Uh, I am going to. I don't want to put his business out there from our private chat, so I'm going to forward those to a different chat. But I'm going to show you some of the work that Grumpy has been working on. Grumpy will be our art of the week tonight because he's done
Nice.
so much cool stuff, and I always enjoy Grumpy Guy's
He has
artwork.
massive projects. He actually inspired me to
Here's
do.
an idea: Elstonation versus Grumpy Guy to see who can paint an army faster.
I have suggested that so many times. Uh,
Uh,
I would love to see that happen.
I would want to be able to videotape it so I can play it back on slow speed and pick up tricks.
Oh yeah, like a Monday morning recap of a football game. That would be cool.
I kind of like Goldfish of Justice work.
Goldfish
I
Justice is
mean,
also really great.
yeah, his work is pretty good. Also, Nation is fast for sure.
That stuff that you went and get off your painting table and brought back. It's almost like, I think Latex makes it, or I think that's the name of the paint company. But it's like a drying medium as well as
Chroma.
extender and all that stuff.
Yeah. Chroma makes
And,
it.
I think I can't remember the name of the company that makes it, but it's like $10 for a tube.
Oh, okay.
It's made for traditional acrylics.
Mm-hmm. Heavy body
And it's it's a heavy body. They can come in heavy body, and then there's another one, but the heavy body is the one that I get. And I know just a little bit on a brush out of the tube, put it on my wet palette or any palette, mix it in with whatever, and I got to break the hairdryer out to get the paints to dry fast.
Yeah, some paint retarders are. It takes a while. Well, any medium you put into your paint is going to take away the water tension, whether it's gloss medium or matte medium or anything like that. So there's that. It's just the blending qualities and the slow dry. If you want to do those smooth blends for non-metallic metals and stuff like that, if you're trying to do it with just the acrylic paint, you actually just have to know what you're doing and do it really quickly. If you're like me, who's going to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until it looks pretty, then yeah, get a slow dryer. Take your time and do it. That's the thing about oil painting, because I've done oil painting. They'll take months to dry. So you can blend. You can blend to your heart's content. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter.
I like oil painting on canvas, but I have noticed here probably in the last year and a half, I have done a lot more weathering on my miniatures with oil paints.
Oh yeah, oil weathering is definitely valid and pretty awesome.
Let's see. Kalen Veer says the base ice pelt is a valid battle leader with power weapon and bolter. Absolutely, absolutely. I like wanted the plasma pistol and I wanted the hammer. So, but it absolutely is a valid option now. I wasn't sure about that before, but yeah, definitely after seeing the profiles, he's definitely a valid battle leader. Mini Warmup says packing and leaving for Amarillo, then St. Louis, and finally dropping off my daughter in Grand Rapids. He is now
empty nester.
Empty nester. I'm sorry, man. I'm not looking forward to that day at all. I'm still. If anybody can find out the trick to keeping my kids from growing up, I'd appreciate that. They're getting.
I tell my daughter that every time. It's don't you dare grow up on me.
1 to 17. She's getting too close. Getting way too close. I finally finished my Grey Hunters, worked on part of some Black Templar Crusader squads, and now on the Blood Claws. That is awesome progress, Gamesburger. Tom, go ahead.
That is Hellchild talking without a face.
Correct. Which, by the way, last time I was telling you guys that, stay tuned because Hellchild is going to have a channel coming up soon. The channel is up now. There are no videos yet, but the channel is up. So if anybody wants to get in...
ground floor.
Yeah, wants to get in on the pre-release, let's call it that way, there is his link in the chat. Mini Warmup, he says, "What up, child?"
Temperature. It's freaking hot in Texas.
Hot. Oh my gosh. Hellchild, Running Bear says, "I think Liquitex is the brand you're talking about."
Yeah, that's the one I'm trying to remember. Thank you.
Good memory. Good memory.
Liquitex. Oh, I love Liquitex.
All right, I'm going to go over to the articles and art page now. So that way we can look at some of this hobby progress. Oh, did you want me to show any of the pictures of the hobby station upgrade you've been sharing? Or is that for us?
Let's do it. Let's just do it. You'll see it here first. Exclusive TMP content.
This isn't the full video mode. This is just some behind-the-scenes sneak peeks, guys.
It's getting there.
This is a booth he made himself for his art studio. You can see he
Yep.
even got some ventilation there, real nice, and some lighting from above. Very
I've
nice.
actually added 2 more light stations to that. It's really, really nice. So I am literally flooding that area with light.
And decked out in some collector stickers. What do we got
Oh yeah.
here?
You
We've
have a
got
sticker you want me to add to it? I'll definitely sticker bomb my station with your stuff.
we got Shannon's Peculiar Creations,
Yep.
and that is a friend of the channel that is sending me a little something for our collaboration soon.
Nice.
Nova Open.
Oh yeah. I'm
Mewtwo.
less than 20 minutes away. I can just drive over.
Mewtwo, so cool. Man, hopefully next year I can maybe join you for Nova Open. That would be amazing. Oh, you got a couple of Nova Opens.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been every year.
That's awesome.
Well, just about for the last 8 years.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Here are your paint racks installed in your new paint studio.
That's just the active ones I'm using right there for the project.
He still got more. Look at that. He has a legit paint store set up here, guys. Can you believe that? That's impressive.
Oh, that's just my closet. That's what I'm looking at right now from here. I'm looking this side of my computer, and in my closet, I put the 2 racks that the stores gave me because I bought so much paint.
And we've got one more. If you want to see some behind the scenes magic of how he films his amazing tutorials, look at that setup. Got the pro camera, got the dual light setup.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the down to table town angle. Perfecto.
Oh yeah, that's Tabletown. Oh yeah, those are the new lights. It is amazing. I flooded that area.
There will be no
Yeah.
shadows.
No, only the shadows that I include.
Some of the I think these are the transports, or yeah, because they have the lasers on the front, the blaze cannons on the front. So these are the transports for the custodies, which are in 40K. They're not very good. I'm not sure how good they are in 30K or Imperialis. But in 40K, the transports are not very good. The heavy blaze cannons on the bigger tank, beautiful. The regular blaze cannons, you want something more from them. They're equivalent kind of to the multi-laser for the Astromilitarum. This is an awesome conversion that he has done with the I think it's the Saturnine Praetor in the new box. And he's got some 3D printed pieces, but also he has taken the very expensive Horus's mace and claw from the Forge World models and used that to pimp out his
Oh yeah,
his Saturnine Praetor here, which is very cool.
that's nice.
So he's got some.
Claw of Horus he got going on there.
Oh yeah, he's definitely.
Was that a true claw?
He's definitely got some pimping going on
Look at
here,
all
baby.
those seals, those purity seals, man.
Oh yeah, he definitely went heavy on the purity seals.
Oh, that's awesome.
We have the beautiful Saturnine Dreadnought in the back here. I love this thing. The new Tarantula turret, because if you had one of the old Tarantula turrets, it is now like half this size. So they're just like, all right, everybody who's got the old Tarantula turrets, you're gonna have to get the new one because now yours is too small. And that's not the first time I've heard that in my life. Anyways, he's got 2 sets of the Terminators here, 2 sets of the Mark II Marines here. And of course, he's got. Is this another Praetor? No, this is a console. I don't remember, but he's basically got the stock version of the Saturnine Praetor and then the other leader in regular armor here. Lots of cool looking stuff. I'm excited to turn these guys into some kit bashed Centurions for my 40K army. Since I'm not going to do 30K, but I still want a couple of those Terminators NT-ways.
Yeah. Speaking of that, news is all 30K.
Oh yeah, that's I don't actually have any topics for us because I was like the news is all either Age of Sigmar or 30K.
I mean, I'm kind of happy because I get a break from like buying stuff.
That's fair. That's fair. I
See,
am
as a kid basher, I never get a break from buying stuff.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am miffed that the Saturnine termies are bigger than 40K termies. Would have been nice to use as a proxy. Ah, but they are approximately the size of Centurions. So that's why I am using them as Centurions, Centurion Devastators for my Wolves. So I'm going to go to these guys. So you notice on one hand they have the Power Fist, and Centurions have the Centurion Fist as one weapon. Then one of the heavy weapons has a double barrel an underslung kind of double barrel weapon, which, if I switch out those barrels for two las cannon barrels, could be like the las cannon Centurion. And these shoulder pads are actually removable because they have smaller shoulder pads underneath it in case you don't want the giant shoulders. And then on one of these gauntlets, I plan on putting the Fragstorm launcher from the aggressors. Actually fits pretty well on these fists because they both have that slight curve where the Fragstorm launchers normally go on the backpack. And so these are going to be wrist-mounted rockets for me, so I can have a pretty WYSIWYG loadout using these massive Terminators as Centurions. So, and right now, because uh, all the hobby stores are overstocked on Saturnine. That means all the scalpers are trying to get rid of Saturnine stuff really cheap on eBay right now, which I know I shouldn't be feeding the scalpers, but at the same time, like they're really good deals because they're just trying to get rid of stuff because they're not getting the return that they thought they were going to get. They can't overcharge for everything because everybody still has access to Saturnine, which I think is a little bit of just desserts for the scalpers.
I mean, you're not wrong, Mythos. Earlier, when I said that I've got the box plus the extra dread coming,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I don't think I paid the full price for the box and got all of that.
Nice. Our
Yeah,
friend, go ahead.
I don't think I'm gonna bite on it. I don't know. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know. Maybe
I'm
the
just
bread.
getting a couple of pieces because I want the Terminators to be my a kit bash project,
Yeah.
and at some point I might grab the Terminator as well. But like, I'm definitely not paying full price for it. I'm taking advantage of this overstock. We got some cool 3D printed Mobians for friend of the channel who took my dice miniature wargaming. No, Ultramarines and Beyond. Uh, he's doing some Imperial Guard now, and his Mobians are are roughly based on the Dark Tide video game. And so he's had some other stuff before we'll look at. He's got some Sentinel stand-ins. He's got some characters, and this is his first squad of troops. And you can see that he's even gone with the Mobian style rebreathers here. I should get this man some of the fluorescent green paint because I love the glowing green eyes in the uh, Mobians in the video game.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a couple shots of his Mobians. He's even got some terrain here that is inspired by the Dark Tide video game. There's his commander. Oh, I think it's his Castellan. This is with his last cannon armored Sentinel proxy, and then he's got two mini tanks here. But because they are mini, he's using those as his scouts. Or wait, maybe that's the scout. These are the armor. Yeah, I think these are the armored Sentinels. And then during my pork chop, I forgot to talk about. Look at these hobby picks. I found a huge, huge, and beautiful hobby store. When I travel for work, I always like to try and see if there are any game stores in the area for nerds like us. And I found this amazing one in Little Rock, Arkansas called
Goblin Games.
Goblin Games. So I wanted to make sure I got that right. Thank you. And yeah, look how, I mean, like two walls of 40K here.
Yeah,
And
man.
they're pretty sizable walls. And look at that. Like you can see on the top right here, they still have one of the Black Templar army boxes brand new in wrapper. They've got like all kinds of the army boxes. They've just got like loads of combat patrols. They have literally look. They've got some of just about every kit. It was really cool to see. So big versus.
The other
Goblin
thing
Games, you
about
want to
Goblin
sponsor us? Let's
Games is
go.
if they don't have it in stock,
They'll
they
order it.
will order it for you.
Oh man, that picture came out blurry AF once I blew it up. But look at this Gundam Unicorn. This is one of the perfect grade or no mega grade, I think it says. But it's as
Master grade.
master grade. It's as big as my torso and head. Like it's massive. Uh,
Yeah, the price tag on it's massive too.
oh, I bet. But it was just really cool to see. The Unicorn, by the way, is Darklight Dreamer's favorite. I think it's his favorite Gundam. And it was cool that they had his favorite one there. And then their table play area was massive, but there were people playing there, so I didn't want to record the tables or take pictures of the tables. But look at this; they have 3 walls of terrain here, so much terrain, so you can have your boards as dense as you want. You can see they've got they got some of the L shapes, but they've got a lot of flavored terrain too, not just the L shapes. So if you want a more narrative battle, you want a more tournament style battle, like they've got all kinds of terrain. They've got some very grim dark terrain. They've got some fantasy style terrain. They've got some stuff that looks some very Star Wars terrain. They've got a little bit of everything. Some orky terrain. They had like 20 like 20 plus of those shipping containers. Like it was lots of imperial style bunkers. Look at that. There's some Wild West taverns over there in the corner. They had so much there. It was just a really cool hobby shop. I really enjoyed it there.
It kind of just looks like my entire collection.
He's like,
The
yeah,
I
whole
that's
think
hobby
last year Goblin Games did a Necromunda tournament, and one of the boards had 6 layers, 6 levels that the gangs were fighting over.
oh man, that's super cool. It's very seldom to see boards that cool and thematic. Kalen Beer says, "Who wouldn't want the big shoulders?" That's the point. Actually, because of the as cool as they look with the smaller shoulder pads on, I wasn't expecting there to be anything there. I thought it was just like if you take the pauldrons off a Space Marine, it would just be the connection that they cover up. Like the point of the pauldrons is to cover up that connection for the arm. I thought that's what was going to be there, but they actually had like sculpted shoulder pads underneath, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a cool detail that no one's ever going to see because of the giant clamshell style. Shoulders. I'm like, I want to see those. Those are cool.
I can't wait to see your conversion.
Thank you. Kale,
Speaking of conversion, each of you need to pick one base model Space Marine that I can kit bash into an individual model for your Space Wolf army.
say that one more time.
I want you to pick one base model Space Marine, and I'm going to turn it into a unique, one-of-a-kind wolf for your army.
Oh my gosh, you said that, and like all the 40K models just left my brain. I think. Oh, I got a perfect one. Tor Garadon as Barrack Thunderfist. I think that would be cool. That was Ragnar's Wolflord before he got promoted.
Yep.
For those who haven't read the Ragnar series, and Ragnar.
Wait, really? Oh yeah, that's right. Thunderfist. Yeah.
Ragnar's last name originally was Thunderfist because he was the son of the chief of the Thunderfist clan, and so he thought because his name was Thunderfist and Barrack's name was Thunderfist, he thought that they were related. So at first he was elated because he thought he was getting promoted to, an ancestors pack, but really it turns out the giant fist that he had this oversized power fist that was absolutely massive, that it was said could crack mountains, and that's where his name came from. So I think the massive fist on Tergerodon would be an amazing Barrack Thunder Fist.
Okay.
Hey, someone tried to invite you to a Discord when you're doing homework.
Gamesburger says, I always wanted to kit bash Jamhammer a pack from the Blood of Asaheim books. Ooh. Once I finish the Ragnar series, I'm going to have to jump on the Blood of Asaheim books so that way I can be introduced to this character.
Okay, who are you gonna pick, Rob?
I don't know yet. That takes me. That's a big decision.
Okay, well, no rush, because it's gonna be one of those things that once you guys give me the base idea, then I'm gonna start bit hunting and
Wow.
looking through files and everything else.
All right. So when Ragnar was sent to Terra as one of the Blade, the the Wolf Blade, I think it's called, his pack, there was one dude there that's really heavy.
Oh,
Like,
yes. You know who
yes,
I thought
him.
the
Big gun.
yeah, I wanted to I eventually, like, there's a Death Guard with like the pot belly kind of armor.
Yes,
And
yes.
I'm
yes.
like, I've seen somebody convert that. It's a meme. That's the meme is it's a kid in a college classroom pointing, and the meme says, "You know what? You know what? F you! I'm unplaguing your marine." And so they cut out all the Death Guard parts and smoothed it down and filled it in and made it look like still potbelly armor, but like all smooth and pristine, and painted him up to look like an ultramarine. And
Right.
I was like, okay, that's really neat. And it's called the Dad Bod Marine. But I just love that quote. You know what? F you. I'm unplaguing your marine. I think, yeah, Jaeger the Mighty, or Hager the Mighty, yes.
Hagar.
And
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
Yarnhammer, yeah. I don't know how I didn't register to think of pronouncing the J as a Y with the Viking name. I apologize, Gamesburg. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Hager the Mighty, yes.
Hagar. Yes, I would be so only because it's a hero from the book series that I'm reading.
Oh, yeah.
It's so cool.
The Dad Bod Space Wolf. I love that.
Well, there's him, and then there's the other fellow. What's his name?
Oh, the one.
Orin?
I don't remember. I haven't gotten there yet. Well, I haven't gotten there on this read through, so I don't remember his name. But
Okay, my bad.
he's got. I remember though he's unique because Torin the Wayfarer. There we go. I remember
There it
he's
is.
unique because he's got a mustache instead of a Viking beard, and Ragnar's
Yeah.
like, "What the?"
Very Terran. He's very Terran.
He's like, I like Ragnar sees his shaved face, and it doesn't compute. Ragnar's so confused when he sees him. Like,
Ragnar keeps looking at his chin, going, "Does it not grow like it's supposed to?"
Yeah,
Oh,
those two. That would be kind of cool because then I would paint up my Ragnar and put all three of them in the case and be like, yeah, if you know, you know. If you've read the books, you know.
yes. Gamesburger says these are some of my favorite books, especially Wolfblade. I am at the very end of Grey Hunter right now. They are closing in on the Wolf Spear right now. So I'm about to go back to the Wolfblade. And the Wolfblade, I think, is the last book I ever finished in the Ragnar series. So one more book,
Haven't read
and then
them
it's huh?
You haven't read the next three?
No, because I had a hard time finding the last two.
Oh, so
So-
you bought them the books individually. You don't have the second omnibus.
Correct.
Okay.
I couldn't find the second omnibus, so I started buying them individually.
I think I'm gonna sell mine after I'm done with that. The two omnibuses as a collection. Try to fetch some money for some minis there.
They are all on Audible now. If you like audiobooks, oh yeah, that's how I'm
they are.
reading them right now. Is I'm
Yeah.
I'm audibling them this go around.
Oh, you're audibling? Okay.
Because especially with the amount I've been traveling lately, it makes it so much easier.
See, I like Audible books, but there's something about reading the book that I enjoy more, and that's why I have a Kindle that has nothing but the Horace Hersey books on it.
Nice. Also, I've taken to putting on the Ragnar books when I go to the gym now too. And so it feels so cool. I'm listening to like Ragnar and these massive battles, and then I'm getting my pump on at the same time. Like raw.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just make sure you don't put too much iron on there. Otherwise, Ragnar's gonna give you a backache.
I've been reading the Dawn of Fire series on audiobook, and I think I'm dumb because I have to slow it down. like, I'm like, there's too much going on. Wait, I'm not processing that quickly. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Sometimes
See, I
who's
think
that
that's why I
person?
like to read the books.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
listen to audiobooks a lot,
Mhm.
but I've noticed if I'm listening to an audiobook and I get to that point where I'm like, wait, what? Huh?
Mhm.
I'll go and start reading it.
Yeah, I'm pretty simple like that. But the Ragnar books, the Space Wolf books, they're easy reads. Like you could definitely they're really good for audiobooks.
Oh yeah,
So
oh
if
yeah.
you haven't and you like audiobooks, yeah, I definitely 10 out of 10 would recommend.
My last
Well,
Audible credit was Lions, Son of the Forest. I bought
Mm.
that one when it came out because Auspex Tactics did kind of like a recap of the book, like a GW. I think the video was like GW moves the lore 40K forward or whatever.
Mhm.
And so when I heard Auspex Tactics do the recap of the book, I was like, that's really interesting. I'd like to find out more about this Primarch. And so I bought the book, but I just haven't listened to it yet. Seeing
Yeah, when
how
I heard they were moving it, I just like, ooh, the lion. Ooh, Dark Angels.
Kalen Beer says, seeing how utterly unfindable the physical copies are, I might need to get an electronic book to read the Heresy and other 40K books at that point. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
definitely.
they're hard to get.
if you got a Kindle or you can get a knockoff Kindle where to download the books, you can get the entire Horus Heresy book pretty affordable.
Oh, especially on, gosh, what is that site that has the Horus Heresy books on discount all the time? It's
Something other bundle, Humble Bundle or
Humble
something like
Humble
that.
Humble
Bundle.
Bundle.
Yes,
Yeah.
they often have like the entire Horus Heresy series on Humble Bundle for an affordable price. So
Yeah, that's the one I got because when I bought it, it's like they had it for, I don't remember if it was cheap, but the thing I like about with Humble Bundle is if you feel like you want to pay a little bit more or whatever, you can throw down and get all kinds of stuff.
very nice.
I have a question for you, Mythos, and I know it's a little bit unrelated because it's about Ultramarines.
Okay.
Now, if you're running Gilliman, right, and you're going to run Martius Calgar, does he need his guard with him in order to run that combination?
I don't think there's an
Because he
option.
has a Victorious guard.
Yeah, I don't think
He
there's an
comes
option
with
to
the
not
two
take
the
him.
two dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me double
I'm
check.
just curious of that, simply because I picked up a second-hand Martius Calgar and I was going to run him with Gilliman, but I was like, wait a second, do I have to include his guard because I didn't buy the guard?
They are just fancy Blade Guard veterans, to be honest. So, like,
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
Rob.
and
So,
tiny
do
at that.
you want some custom Vendrix guard?
It depends. If I have to run it with the guards, then yes. If not, it's okay. I never took to those guards. Those guards were like, ever since Primaris came out, I'm like,
yeah, there's no points cost to take Marnius without the guard. So,
there's no point cost to take them without the. Oh, so that means it would run, and I'm paying for the guard even though I don't have them.
correct. It would basically be the
Uh,
same as taking an understrength unit. You're paying for the full squad and not getting all the models.
well, I know what I'm gonna do with that figure. It's gonna be a competition piece, or Hellchild's gonna kit bash some guard for me.
I got no
But
problem doing that.
I would really rather Hagar and Torrent, to be honest with you, because it's gonna be years before I get into my Ultramarines.
Aren't the
Years.
Victrix
That
attached?
just means I can take my time kit bashing them.
Mhm. Aren't the Victorious attached? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yes,
Was it attached? And if
and
it was
that's
attached, then
it is attached. And the only reason I was looking is because sometimes, for some units, They'll be attached units, but you can pay a separate price to take them or not take them, such as the hunting wolves with the head takers. That's why I was just double
Oh,
checking that there wasn't a separate points cost that you could take just
yeah.
Marnies, but that's not the case. It comes as one and all.
So Hellchild, I can get a model to you for conversion. So I think I can definitely get at least one, if not two, probably two. Probably get 2 Space Marines if you want to work on Torin and Hagar.
Ooh, that
I
would be
can
really
mail
cool.
them to you.
Okay, so I gotta find some details on him, but the one guy probably sounds like he's in modified Mark III Death Guard armor,
Yep, dad
and I
bod
got
armor.
several of those I can shave up. I just need details on the characters. The more details I have, the
Oh, I'm sure we can find some
more
details
love
for
I
him.
can put in the kit bash.
Amazing. Thank you so much. You made a dream come true. I literally had a dream about them the other day. I'm like, man, I wish I had the models. That would be so freaking cool. So thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
can't wait to paint them.
We have a few more comments here.
Mhm.
Might go back to watching Humble Bundle once in a while then. That is a good idea. Gamesburger says, normally I find the Dark Angels insufferable, but I thought it was an interesting take on the Fallen. It's funny because, like, normally I don't care for the 40k Dark Angels, but I actually love the books about the 30k Dark Angels. I don't know why or what the difference is. Um, but I feel like they're written differently, and I feel like, I guess because the 30k is less of the, like, secrets and don't get me wrong, there's both secrets, but like I feel like there's less of the secret order stuff, and everything is subversion that the current Dark Angels are, and I feel like they focus more on like the nightly monster hunter aspect in 30k, and I think that's what I like more about them.
And I think they're going to get back to that ever since the lion came to the theme, because simply because the lion says, you are the fallen, but I can make you the redeemed. So he can just redeem people. And if they all get redeemed, then there is no fallen and there's no big secret that the Dark Angel really need to hide because it's behind them. So I think Dark Angels are going to take a more nightly turn, which I think is absolutely fabulous because I do like that nightly aspects of them, and not the whole cipher kind of maledictum kind of thing going on.
Yeah, but Dark Angels without secrets, that ain't gonna happen. Because I mean, look at him in 30k. Lionel kept the biggest secrets in the freaking world.
Oh yeah, like I said, there's definitely secrets there, but it doesn't feel like. I think the difference is that in 30k, it doesn't feel like their whole identity. Yeah, like
true.
They're
It's like
more
in 40k. It's like it's the secret nobody else can know of.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you, they might be really great people to talk to because they'll keep all your secrets.
Yeah, but they may lock you away to keep them.
That's true.
I mean, that's true.
Running Bear has a channel idea for when you do your channel. Hellchild, since you are such a conversion expert, would love to see you convert Lionel Johnson into Aryak. The amount of disrespect there would be hilarious.
Absolutely. That would tease a lot of people off, and I bet you'll get a lot of views.
For sure.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
The entire community will be there to roast you, but in that, views are views are views. Subscriptions.
But see, that's the thing. I'm okay with that. If I got 90% of my comments are people going, "You SOB," I'm gonna be like, "Keep talking. I'm good."
Hey, it's all YouTube interactions, right? It's all it all feeds the algorithm.
Absolutely.
And if it feeds the algorithm where eventually I do make money on it, hey, sweet, I'll just put the money towards.
Gamesburger says, "Oh, talk about the whole Space Wolf Dark Angel feud in real life." Yeah, that would definitely cause a stir.
Absolutely. As far as YouTube money, I mean, Mythos, Aren't you rolling in it? Aren't you rolling in the proceeds? Like, wow.
Rolling,
All the
absolutely.
4 cents here, $10 there. I mean, wow.
I still don't have enough views to monetize. So.
Oh, really? I thought it was 1,000.
It's 1,000 subs, but you have to have enough watch hours.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna burn my videos and drop them on YouTube, and if people watch them, they watch them.
Gamesburger says engagement is engagement. That's right. Likes, dislikes, comments, hate
Yep.
comments, love comments. It's all engagement. All feeds the algorithm.
All boost your algorithm.
And
Crazy how it works.
Kale also says, "Yep, 90K people insulting you in the comments is still 90K comments." It's true. At least in that book, which I assume we're still talking about Sons of the Forest, he seemed like he learned a lot from the past, which is really good. And I think that's one of the reasons why they brought him out as like the older and more matured uh, lion.
Have you seen that meme where the lion meets Goleman for the first time in 40K, and he's like, "Wait," and his eyes blink, and he blinks again, and he goes, "Why are you so young and I look like the old grandpa?"
Yeah. Right. I was in stasis, brother. You old fart.
Gamesburger, I think, also mentioned Dante and the Devastation of Ball are also excellent. Man, there is one of the voice actors that has actually voice acted in some of the Warhammer video games. One of his things he does on his YouTube channel sometimes is he reads out scenes from Warhammer books, but he doesn't just read them; he voice acts them. And he does this scene where, spoiler alert for Devastation of Ball, um, where Dante is on the brink of life and death, and in this gray area between life and death, he gets to speak to Sanguinius for a moment, and he reads this very emotional interaction of Dante speaking to his Gene Father, and you know basically like begging for death, let me be by your side, and he's like, I'm sorry that I can't let you, and like just the pure raw emotion in which he voice acts that scene is just so freaking good.
Is his name Chris something? Because I have a voice actor that does this. That he almost cries when he's doing his like unbelievable.
I can't remember his name either. Kalen Beer says yes, he's the voice actor of the Inquisitor in Rogue Trader, and he's really good with those speeches. He really is. His acting is so good. If I can find the scene, I will send it to you. Garrett says the Devastation Ball was a really good read. That's another one I've bought. It's in my Audible account, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I would probably get better results if I spelled this correctly. Da, da, da. Okay, well, here's the voice actor.
Although Commander!
Chris Tester.
Huh? I'm sorry?
Is it Chris Tester?
Let us take a... Maybe. I only have his YouTube name right here. But I will put... You know what? We're going to add him to one of the YouTube picks of the week.
Pick of the week. Yeah, I was going to. Yeah, he's amazing. He is absolutely
so good. Okay, now give me the one with Dante. Dang it. It is such a good scene. Watch me not be able to find it because this one is like maybe it's his TikTok, only on his TikTok instead of his YouTube or something like that.
What's his YouTube name?
Naturally RP voiceover. And I'm going to put his channel in the chat.
You know how we were talking about models and anxiety earlier in painting?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think the only one that gave me a high level of anxiety, and I didn't even keep pictures of the model when it was done, was the Iron Warriors Primarch figure, and the dude requested it in nothing but NMM.
Oh, wow.
That was a nightmare.
Yeah. It takes a long, long time to get those blends just right.
And you did have the name right, apparently.
Oh, Chris Tesler. Yeah, he is absolutely. I love him.
Yeah.
He's a great, great voice actor.
I'd have his babies.
Yeah. Sexy. Oh, yeah. Chris Tesler, wherever you are. Try to get a hold of him. He's a hard man to get hold of.
Okay, I'll have to look this up later. It's probably only on his TikTok. Or maybe on Instagram. I'll see where I can find it later on. Alright, back to the chat. Funny thing is, when I first played Road Trader, I met his character and went, wait, I recognize that voice. That's awesome. Mini War Mud is back, digging the solo RPG game 4 Against Darkness. I'm finding myself opening up to the young 12-year-old Brian, getting back into the RPG stuff. That is awesome. It's funny how it just brings it out of you.
Oh, yeah. I love running my D&D campaign.
Yeah, I am so excited to get back to the gaming. I think this weekend is Vampire for us, so I'll be delving back in as my
Love White Wolf games.
Yes, I forget what Assamites are called in this new edition.
Is it the Masquerade or the other one?
It's the new version of Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah.
But it's the after Wizards of the Coast took over, I think.
Okay. There was one that was fairies. That was an interesting game.
Oh yeah, I have that.
I was a
somewhere.
demented fairy from Pan's Labyrinth.
That's awesome.
I was a little unhinged.
I enjoyed the werewolf game.
Yeah.
It's 25 minutes in his first quote compilation. In his first quote compilation? Thank you so much, Kalen Beer. I'm going to share that in the chat, and I'm going to send it to you guys in the text group because it honestly is so good.
Hi, my name is Chris.
But I don't want to rip off his content, so let's put a mute on that. Because we don't want to be disrespectful, but I am going to link it to you guys in the chat. So that way all of you can go over to his channel and check it out. And I'm going to send it to you fine gentlemen here. And we're going to pull the timestamp from Kale.
Yeah.
2505.
Ooh, anxiety about the hobby. Every time I go into a game store.
No, that's anxiety about the wallet.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Talk about that a little bit.
I have more minis than the store, so it's like.
That's my point. You walk in there going, what if they have something I don't already have?
No. No. Not that I don't already have that I don't want.
3118.
Yes, but that's about it. No. I've been indulgent for a very, very long time, unfortunately. I have a lot of future content. No. It's actually bringing my army there and playing. So everybody understands that I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. None whatsoever. Do you mean you roll dice in this game? Oh, I thought it was the one you play with cards. No, that's Malifaux. Oh, gorgeously painted army though, right? I'm like, yeah, you know. That's how I bring it.
I had a conversation a couple weeks ago at one of the local LGSs,
Mhm.
and I think I broke that poor kid's brain because I was looking at all the different kits, and he's
Yeah.
like, "So what army do you play?" And I said, "Space Wolves," and he goes, "But why are you looking at Chaos Marines?" And I said, "I'm a kit basher," and he goes, "What?"
Mhm. You brought him into the world of kit bashing.
That's
The
awesome.
the store owner laughs because he's like, "Dude, I never know what that dude's walking out the door with."
Just kind of showing everybody Chris's page here.
Yeah.
Such a good voice actor. Like,
Oh yeah.
amazing.
I can't paint while he's reading, while he's doing his reading. Like it commands my full attention.
Yeah, true.
No, I can't recommend it for hobby time, but I can recommend it for enjoyment.
Hale says, in any case, all his 40K quotes are great. And yeah, I
Oh
have
yeah.
to agree. I have definitely put on his quote compilations before and just had them
Him,
going, while I'm hobbying or even doing dishes.
his Gazgul Thraka is outrageous. Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god.
I
He
was
does
watching,
orcs so well.
he does, but I was watching an interview with him,
Yeah.
and he said when he does orcs, like he
Mhm.
kind of has to clear his recording calendar before and after because it's so raw on his throat
Yeah.
that he needs a fresh throat going into it, and he
Yep.
needs recovery time afterwards.
Yeah.
Guess I know what I'll fall asleep to tonight. Well, I guarantee you are going to have some amazing dreams listening to this guy. Chris's work is just so good. In fact, I might
Mm,
listen to it before bed too.
mm, mm.
Uh,
I listened to one of his commentaries and now I'm expecting.
Mini Warma says, "Wow, that dude has that movie phone voice."
Hell yeah. Yep.
He is definitely inspirational. So, it's the question of the night for anyone who didn't join us earlier, and I bet Brian, you might have some experience with this. We were talking about if you have ever had hobby anxiety, and it came from a video that Rob had sent me where somebody they had finally built their army, and they were uh, afraid to even prime it or paint it because they said the army looked so good in gray plastic that they felt like their paint job would take away from how good that model was. Those models were.
Yeah.
And I've actually, well, a couple of things at first. That was my plan, but then I got into doing okay, just a little bit. And my first scheme was just like black and silver with a couple of skin tones here and there, and barely any faces. And then eventually, of course, I expanded out. But at first, my very first character, which was Canis Wolfborn, I had my friend Kelly paint up for me because I was just like, I'm just gonna mess this up. I can't have my HQ on this badass wolf, looking wonky. So I had my friend paint it for me because I just had no confidence I could make it look acceptable.
By the by, it's Cantina 13. He does a lot of current music songs, but for 40K with different lyrics. And he's very talented. I'm going to add that to sorry, add that to the list since you brought it up. And the show is about that video. So Cantina 13
Oh yes,
is, yeah, he is. That's fun. He's doing what I dreamt of doing. I always wanted to have music videos in my content. I wanted to make it like that and just take regular songs and convert it. But it was an idea. I just didn't jump on it before he did. Good job though.
and
Great job.
I love music parodies, and so I thought that was
Yeah.
very fitting when you sent that to me. And like I said, it was very relatable.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he does amazing. But yeah, today's episode is Anxiety. Well,
Also, it's
I do.
I what uh oh my gosh, what's the name of that song? Um, the country song that it's a parody of. I can't remember. Um, ah, and anyways, this a parody of a song by a girl named Dasha, a country singer. It's really well done. Um, Cantina 13 War Seer.
I'm sorry, I gave you extra work to do.
No, it's all good.
Uh,
Oh, I didn't realize that teaching Goths D&D was also Cantina 13. That's kind of hilarious.
teaching God D&D. Yeah, funny dudes. So now all we need is production crew. If I had a production crew, my videos would be better. Even if I had an editor, a video editor, all I'd have to do is make content on my spare time after I teach because I love teaching.
All right, there is Cantina 13. If anybody wants to hear some hobby flavored musical parodies, they're very good. They're very good, very entertaining. There's ones for D&D, 40K, uh,
Mhm.
hating on Tau, which of course I always appreciate. Uh,
Hey,
I mean,
stop
but
dashing my wife's army.
I always say, except for the one you painted, except for the Tau you painted. Um, Gamesburger says that they relate. They go through where they hate all of their painting, and then it comes together at the end, and they just enjoy it. It's good. Yeah, a lot of people call that the ugly phase.
Yeah, yeah.
Mini Warmut's anxiety kicks in when they're playing new games and when they're hosting games. Man, you do such a good job
Yeah.
hosting games, especially like online with all of us. You seem like a pro. I know there's no it's not effective to tell somebody, you've got nothing to worry about because that's not how worrying works. But you've got nothing to worry about.
You just doubled it.
Yeah. My
Doubling down.
my most painted models are my two tests for base colors, Hounds of Mordecai, and may their detachment or may their data sheet rest in peace. Oh yeah, absolutely. Rip. Uh, I happened upon three 40K theme songs today. One was a sister singing about her stolen rhino. One was a Blood Raven acquisition, and last was a sister and a dread. Funny times. Nice.
Nice.
The Blood Raven requisition was probably the sister's stolen rhino.
Oh, there's some really good Imperial Guard flavored ones from Cantina 13 as well. Yeah,
Mhm.
they're fun. They're a fun listen for sure.
Absolutely. Well, as far as me and anxiety, whenever I see a project that I'm overwhelmed and shocked and say I can never do, I know what's next on my painting table because I do not like to live in fear at all. And I can get the feeling of fear, but it just means something or a hill to conquer. I may not conquer it perfectly, but it's going to be perfect for me and my table and my games. And if I can say, hey, put in a lot of work in that, and I like the way it looks, then if you can say that, you don't need anybody else's opinion. You have achieved your goal.
Good
There
point.
is no anxiety.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
I go through I go almost bipolar with my hobby anxiety. Like, okay, there are some times when the hobby anxiety gets me, like leaving Ragnar on the shelf for a few years, right? Or I guess my 30K Lehman Russ, I've technically had that for like 8 years now.
Ooh.
So, but part of it is like I don't play 30K, so like it's like back burner stuff, you know. Um,
Give it
but
a hell child to convert.
um,
You're like, no.
but
Sent it to you, bro.
So
That
there are
would
some.
just be the third one.
So that is sometimes it gets to me, but for the most part, my hobby anxiety is like peaks and valleys, almost bipolar. So there's a lot of times where I'll be working on something that I'm afraid to do, or I'm like I'm not sure I can do it, and then I will mess it up, and then I will call one of my friends and start ranting, or I'll go into we've got a group Facebook chat with some of some of our hobby friends, and I'll go into the Facebook chat and I'll start ranting. I can't do it. I suck. Yada yada. I once told a friend of mine, like, you know what? I just you know what? I can't do art. Just take my hands. I don't need them. I can't do art. I'm just done. I'm no good. I suck.
Take my
That's
hands.
it. Take my hands.
Need those.
I was like, when I start ranting, I don't make a whole lot of sense, as you'll notice. But then, I'll be so mad, and I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I need a break. I'm not going to do any hobby for a while. I need to cool off, and like I'm in the middle of like, F this, F me. You know what? I need to step away. And I'll just kind of bounce back between those for a while in my rant. And then I'm like, okay. All right, guys, sorry for ranting. I'll talk to you guys later. And I'm like, okay, I'm done for the rest of the night. And I'll just look at it or stare at it or think about it. And I'll have put it away for a total of like maybe 20 minutes. And I'll get bothered by it. And then I'll get up and try tackling it again. And sometimes, I'll mess it up again. But actually, most of the times, once I've given up, I'll go back to it 20 minutes later and then it works. Then I'll get it to work,
Yeah.
So.
You see how I deal with that is if I'm painting something and I screw it up and I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's not ugly face, that's just ugly. Then I look at the painter, the sonic cleaner I got, and I go,
Back in the
okay,
drink.
there you go. I'll start fresh later.
Thomas has been there for a couple. I mean, Hellchild's been there for a couple of my rants. Where I'm just like, man, I suck so much.
I'm gonna challenge each of you to get a non-gaming miniature and just prime it up, and that'll be your backup project. So whenever you get frustrated with the project you're working on, switch it up. Get something completely different, a buster or something, anything, and work on it and make sure that that bust is the best of your ability. And you keep on painting it. That's it. And then you enter that one in a competition, 2-3 years down the line. You might surprise yourself.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's what I do. I switch it off.
I
Like if I'm doing too much Space Wolves, I'll just have like a Dark Angels or something else in there, or even an Age of Sigmar model.
I'll have to try and remember that after I've cooled down.
Yeah.
See,
I think Angry
Yeah.
I
Mythos will be
understand what
like,
Rob's saying,
No,
but
take a
then
step
again, sitting here looking around, I've got my Space Wolves I'm working on. I've got
Yeah.
my Chaos Knights I'm working on.
nice. Yeah, you
I've
got it.
got some Beast Men that they're just painting projects to mess with like fur and skin and stuff.
Yeah, man.
And then I got Killian's Nids that I'm helping him with, and his new Black Templars. So if I ain't feeling one thing, I got something else to try to.
very
It
nice.
works. Just bounce from one thing to another, completely different vibe and everything else, and just give yourself a brain break. There's only so much Space Wolves Blue I can look at before I just like fry out. I'm like, oh. And that's what led me to Tau. Another thing. I was like, yeah, I'm afraid of painting white. Okay.
But
Fair.
yeah, I understand. I got Death Guard in the closet that are put together. I ain't painted. I think I got some Corn Berserkers. And the only reason I ain't painted them is I'm still trying to decide, do I want to do white and blue with a little bit of blood splatter, or do I want to do red and gold with all the blood splatter?
Just dip it into Blood for the Blood God. Done. just nothing but gore. There you go.
Uh,
Kidding.
Kale says, thinking about it, my hobby anxiety will probably happen when I'm done building my army sets and start priming all I bought in the last year. Oh yeah, that's when it all sets in. Like, oh, I have to paint all this.
I do have to say one moment that really does give me anxiety. You put your miniature up for competition. It's in the cabinet, and they
Uh,
didn't take it out of the cabinet yet. So you're going past the convention center, looking at it. And like, did
uh,
they take it out? Did they take it out? Oh,
the
did it?
waiting
And then
game.
they took it out. Did they take it out because it's not good enough? Or did I win something? Did I win something? I don't know. I don't. And I'm not the only one. Like every professional painter is down there every 5 to 6 minutes. That's how you get to know them. You'll see them just looking at people's work, looking at people. Who's better than me? Who's better than me? Oh my God, this person is absolutely fantastic. That's a great job. I am never going to win. Break my brushes. Like all of them do it. All Vince does it. Everybody does. Everybody does it.
I can totally back Rob up on this. I went to Games Day in LA in 2008,
Mhm.
and listening to the people standing at one end of the case that's all it was.
Yep.
And they were like agreeing with each other. Oh, you should have done this with this.
Oh
But
yeah.
I think you should have done this with that, because then it would have. And I'm like listening to him going, lay off the coffee, maybe the
Yeah. No.
energy drinks.
No. Well, I mean, if you spent over 100 hours on a piece, right? You want validation.
Oh,
You want to say, you know what? Those 100 hours or more was worth it. But in truth, it was worth it because you have an amazing piece, not because of somebody else's opinion, because that's what it is, someone else's opinion that gets you an award or not. So, I mean, you're part of the show, and all the other artists recognize your talent and your ability.
no,
That's the cool part.
I'm sadly heavily influenced by external validation.
But see, uh, I agree with Rob, because I think the best part to me is if I win the award, great.
Yeah.
But when somebody else is sitting there and I know their painting is at my level or better, and they go, "Hey, how did you do this?"
Mhm.
That blows my mind.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Gamesburger says, I need to work on faces. That is one of my weak points for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I just recently had a lesson on painting faces. Plus, I'm looking forward to Rob's tutorial on faces. And my goal, because I know that that's probably one of the weakest parts of my skill set, my goal is to do all 20 of my blood claws with bare faces, and try and forced exposure, try and improve, through repetition, my ability to paint faces for during the course of these blood claws.
Well,
And
just know because it's going to be frustrating.
oh, I'm sure,
Yeah,
and
it's going to be
you
really
know,
frustrating.
yeah, I mean, you're now that I have
That's right.
you as a painting mentor, you're probably going to be one of my calls where I'm going to call frustrated and then give up and then go back to it, and maybe I'll succeed. Maybe I
I'm going
will.
to tell you right now, it might go both ways. 'Cause I'm learning some new things with faces myself, and I'm sure I'm going to
This
mess
is
up.
gonna sound weird, Mythos, but I think the reason I like Space Wolves is because of faces.
Mhm.
It's when I have to paint a Marine wearing a helmet that I look at the helmet going, I screwed that up.
Really?
I'll take helmets all day, baby. uh, Gail says, any thoughts of if or when they'll give Space Wolf Legends data sheets? I feel pretty confident in saying that they will, but the win is, for like, it's funny because like Clockwork, they've gotten like the competitive rules. They're like, okay, we do points updates, then we release an army box, then we wait for the official codex release, then we give the points. And then we do the FAQ. Then we give the points. Then we do the FAQ. They've got the competitive stuff down pat. But
Yeah.
Legends, it seems like, yeah. That's definitely going to Legends. We got you. And it's just like you just got to keep
I think
checking.
it might come out during the next FAQ. I would think it would because it's still downloadable, right?
It is downloadable, but usually I see them not come out around the FAQs. Usually they've just put up on
Really?
their Warhammer community like it's up for download.
Yeah. Oh, by
Legends
the
have been
way.
updated. Um, the only faces I will do are those stupid wolfen when I go for Beast Slayer. I got for Beast Slayer. Um, It's funny because at first when the Wolfen came out, again, this was the when the first Wolfen came out, I had just started playing, or not the first Wolfen, but the first of the new sculpts of the Wolfen. So it's seventh edition. When those Wolfen came out, I was against doing faces. I was like, I'm a new painter. I refuse to do faces. So my plan was to put like mechanized helmets on all of them to make them look like Weapon X.
Weapon X. That's the first thing I thought of.
Yes. I ended up painting the faces anyways, and they didn't look great, but they weren't as bad as I thought they would be. They were okay. My first Wolfen weren't terrible, but by my current standards, it's just like oh. But I feel like I could have updated them and given them some more love. But I mean, that wasn't a bad start on me getting more used to doing some skin with my Space Wolves.
My Wolfen came out great, and I don't want to replicate that because it took a long time. It took a long time. It took months to get them just so. Yeah, but it was glorious, and they are glorious. And no, I don't want to do anymore.
The Wolfen kits are fantastic for kit bashing. Absolutely. In fact, I kind of like the head takers have neat looking axes. But for some really flavorful axes, I'm thinking about replacing the axe heads on the head takers with the Wolfen axes heads because they've got the runes carved in them and they're all like, some of them are double-headed axes, some of them are single-headed axes. It's just there's some good flavor and variety on the Wolfen axes.
Yeah.
I've lost count of how many Wolfen boxes I've picked up.
Kale says, I might just commission a guy I know to deal with them. Yeah, Wolfen are not exactly the easiest kits to paint for sure.
Yeah. They're fun. They're just very tedious.
Well, gentlemen, we are approaching midnight here. That means our brother Rob is approaching
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock in the morning. So
Yeah,
I think
until the time changes, and then it's 2 hours difference.
So I think this is a pretty good place to call it for tonight. We've had some great discussions on our topic tonight, and it's good to see that at all levels of skill here. Like from, I feel like I'm a pretty mid painter. You are a competition painter. Even people that are newer in the hobby or least less experienced in the hobby feel like we've bitten some of that hobby anxiety. And yeah, we've got our own ways of dealing with it sometimes, and sometimes we just got to push through. Or not. I do have several friends I know that play gray, and I'm absolutely fine with it. Never really feels like it detracts from the game. Do I love it when I see a great looking army on the table? Absolutely. But, if it's not their thing, I totally get it. I missed a comment from Brian. He says, I think that's why I enjoy being a solo wargamer. I'm a big fan of the painted miniatures on my tabletop. Hey, I'm a big fan of your painted miniatures too. And honestly, you crank out a pretty awesome amount of miniatures, and they look great, brother.
Yeah, they do.
Definitely.
All right, we're starting to get some love in the chat. Good night. Have a great weekend. Good to see you all. Have a special weekend. And you guys have a great weekend too. Good night and 07 from Kale. Big loves to you guys. Telemachus. Oh, good to see you. I'm so sorry. I'm catching you at the end.
Telemachus.
But yeah, thank you all for joining us tonight. I got to say, I'm actually kind of glad we did an extra long hangout tonight because, like I said, been a tough week and I needed some hangout time with some of the best people I know. The hobby fam here. Appreciate all of you guys. Make sure that you're checking out, of course, Brother Rob over at the Miniatures Paintbrush down in the link below. And I have, of course, Hellchild's channel here. If anyone wants to get in on the ground floor, pre-subscribe before his content comes out, that would be absolutely awesome. And yeah, you'll be able to catch all three of us. If you guys like tonight's content, please make sure that you grab up an axe or that massive chainsword, and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. Drop us some comments down below. Feel free to be part of any of tonight's ridiculous conversations and let us know if you've ever experienced hobby anxiety too. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to this guy or the guy you can't see over on the other side, or this guy, or any of our fam down in the Friends of Frosted Fist down below, friends of Wolf Brother Hobbies down below, we'd appreciate having you as part of the pack here on Wolf Brother Hobbies. Till next time, fam, stay frosty.
Frosty.
Take it easy.